Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special Tales of Aneria Halloween episode. Woo-hoo-hoo!
Well, I gotta get my costume ready.
Is nobody ready?
I guess not.
How do you do, fellow Vanguard?
Yeah, sure. But welcome, everybody. We're super happy to be here tonight. Happy Halloween, because we are posting this exactly on Halloween, if everything goes well.
Cool.
Yeah, and I want to give a special welcome to Bridget tonight. Hi, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Glad to have you at the table for the first time, and this is your second game of D&D, is that correct?
Second? Maybe third.
Third.
Yep.
Second total.
It's been a while since I've played, so I'm excited.
But we're glad to have you, and we're glad to get back to an old classic here tonight. Because, of course, we're not going to throw you back in after years of not playing D&D into a regular fantasy game with, you know, heroes and villains.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're
Euros.
Euros. Although there might be Euros tonight, just depending on like.
Wait, we're going. Who's moved into
like
town?
Real or
Like
what
kind of Euros?
like the
currency?
food. The food, yeah.
We had that a couple sessions ago. Remember, we had Euros.
Mm-hmm. That's true,
now,
actually.
What's the price of scale today?
There is no price of scale because we're in Pterrordale.
Okay, what's the price of gold then?
What's the price of gold per scale?
I think the way that we did it is $1 is 1 gold as far as conversions go for this modern day world that we are in. For a reminder, for those of you who do not remember Pterrordale, I think the last time we did was like 2 years ago. It's been a while. But Pterrordale is a world similar to ours, although a little bit more supernatural. Specifically Pterrordale, which is spelled with a P, by the way. The P is silent. Yep. Just because.
Especially on the high school, because it's TDU or the university.
Actually, it's now PDU. Because I changed it halfway through that session. But yes, the council decided, the city council decided to update the name to include the silent P that they said was already there.
Makes it much more marketable.
Mm-hmm. Yep, because nobody really wants to talk about why Pterrordale actually got its name, and that is namely that a lot of weird shit happens in Pterrordale. I know we're starting. I'm sorry.
Bleep you out?
Nah, I can say it once. It'll be fine.
It's all because of Bruno.
That Bruno.
But in the 70s, there was a group of cultists that attempted to bring about the apocalypse and nearly succeeded. They were thwarted by a group of high school students that had been at a party nearby, although they lost one of their own. Sam Alderman is his name.
May he rest in peace.
Yeah, may he rest in peace.
Yes.
And since then, the kids of Pterrordale and the teenagers of Pterrordale have been the vanguard against sort of everything that goes bump in the night, because the parents and the cops and the adults kind of want to bury their heads in the sand for the most part. It's sort of the worst kept secret in all the world, but it is a secret nonetheless.
It's the elephant in the room.
And that brings us to the...
It's kind of like that. It's kind of like that horror movie, the one with the bells, and they get on the train, and there's like all those like lifeless-eyed people, and they're heading to some cold area.
So the Hunchback of Notre Dame goes to Hogwarts.
And then the older you get, the less you can hear the bell.
The Polar Express.
Yeah, you're talking about the Polar Express. Oh my gosh.
They all have lifeless eyes, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's fair.
I'll take that.
Polar Express.
Like,
It's
what?
better than whatever Hunchback of Notre Dame going to Hogwarts.
But that brings us to a rather eclectic collection of kids that all banded together to form the Sam Alderman Society of the Skilled, also known as S.A.S.S.
Please wait for magical girl transformation.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And they're kids of all walks of life from all over. Some are mundane and just wanting to help out. Others are supernatural. And tonight we get to experience the story of 4 of those teenagers. And I think the best way to begin is with the blowing of a whistle. It is a crisp fall day, but it is not quite cold enough yet to be wintertime. Winter kind of comes a little bit later into Pterrordale. It is early December and things have been a little bit warmer. And it's been about 2 months since the events of the last game, which, as a reminder, saw some of the kids from S.A.S.S take on the Mother of Worms, which was this creepy creature that had taken over a sorority of girls and turned them into twisted horrors in kabuki masks. And since that day, since the Moon Festival that everybody remembers, you have done a few more interesting things. So, you kind of moved into a normal routine for S.A.S., which means, of course, beyond the normal terrors of teenager and high school-ness that everybody knows, you had to take down a satyr from stopping the school band, a turf war between two groups of hillbilly zombies, and you took down a demon toad with hypnotic eyes that was luring people into Handlock Pond before devouring them. Though not before it devoured the school's gym coach.
May he rest in peace.
Yes, everybody is super sad about that.
What sound did that demon toad make?
It was, yeah, yeah, exactly.
Demon toad sounds like nematode.
Nematode?
Yeah.
That's what I.
Changing it, it is now a nematode.
A life-size nematode. Well, not life-size, but giant.
But the blowing of the whistle, it heralds in gym class, which you are all outside still. Again, it's still kind of warm. Everybody's in their gym clothes that is attending school, although you have like a light jacket over it. And you all gather around the new gym coach, which, oh, did I even write down his name? I did not.
His name is Jim.
No. Coach Perlman is his name. And he steps up, and he's not your typical gym coach. He doesn't look like the big burly, like, I was in high school as a football jock and this is all I can do now. He actually looks rather, he's got a little bit of a paunch, he's got glasses, he looks a little bit more like a nerd than anything else. And he says, all right, class, I know that it's been a little bit since we've done gym class, but I'm excited to have everybody here because I plan on training you mind, body, and soul. Or at least just the body part. Yes, Ari.
This isn't going to be another history lesson, is it?
No, not this time.
Okay, because I know how like PE
Damn it.
teachers and history teachers are like hand in hand, and you don't look like a PE teacher.
No. How many of you are familiar with Abaddon's Tale? Anyone? Anyone?
Are we?
No? You can roll a history
Can I
check
roll
if you want.
Nope.
Now, as far as Bridget, your character goes, you could be in the stands kind of watching this as
Okay.
well. So, but you would not be familiar with Abaddon's Tale.
17.
17?
13.
13? Ari? Actually, Ari, roll with advantage.
No.
Because this is something that would definitely be up her alley.
So the first one was 8, and the second was 19.
19?
My contact.
Yeah, so Ari is the one that actually knows Abaddon's Tale. It is a very obscure sci-fi show with kind of a utopian theme to it. Very similar to Star Trek in our world. But yeah, that is the show that he is referring to.
That seems like not my flavor of show, but
I see we have somebody who knows. Now, for those of you who don't,
I don't really
Abaddon's
know it,
Tale
for
is
the
a very
record.
special show about overcoming our limitations and being the best people that we can be. So, I want you to train your minds in your other classes, train your souls by eating good food, and then train your bodies by running a mile. Let's go. Come on. And he blows the whistle again, and most of the kids start trudging along, going from 0 to a mile, which is always a good idea.
No stretching.
Yep, and we'll start off with sort of a little round robin as people around that first corner, almost 80s TV or 90s TV show style, where it like freezes on you as and it just comes up with your name. So Scott, why don't you go ahead and start tonight as Alan rounds the first bend of the mile? What does
Do you want me to describe him?
Describe
Okay.
what Alan looks like and who you are, basically.
Shaggy, black hair, already got a little bit of gray in it. Not like old, but
Trauma.
yes. Well, yeah, what we've seen, sure.
Yeah.
Obviously wearing gym clothes right now, but normally just is like a hoodie or a hunting vest, like a camo hunting vest. Surplus, obviously. His weapon of choice is a compound bow. Longbow. I'm a hunter, or ranger, I guess. And favorite class is history. Least favorite is English. And I've been in S.A.S. For probably a year now. At this point, maybe 2.
And you're a junior, correct? Or-
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 16, I think, is what I said.
16.
16.
Yep.
And I have taken all my money from working on the weekends at a local occult bookstore to save up and buy the monster machine.
Yes.
Which is a
beautiful rundown RV.
Which is Alan's pride and joy, but it is definitely a beat up, old like 1980s.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like Winnebago, and my companion Big B actually lives in like the back area, like the master bedroom area. And if you go back there, it's all sticky because it's covered in like honey and stuff and honeycomb and things like that. So, yeah.
And then, so what does Alan do to kind of stave off the boredom of the run? Is it a thought process? Do you just keep your mind focused on running?
I would probably be thinking about like what my next podcast, supernatural podcast.
What's your podcast called?
Thing is going to be. Oh, God.
It's McMichelson's Unsolved and Unrevealed Mysteries.
Yes.
Is the name of it. The last time that we caught up with him, which was 2 months ago, there were 166 episodes, with the 166th being Bigfoot is the head of CIA.
Yes. Yes. Alan is very much
Naturally.
a conspiracy theorist, but all of his conspiracies are to the extreme. You know, like, oh, people go, oh, yeah, we've never been to the dark side of the moon. And Alan's like, you believe in the moon? You know, that kind of thing,
Okay,
right?
that's cool.
So,
The only problem is he has a tendency to be right, at least partially.
That's
Not-
how all
yeah.
conspiracy theories are.
Enough right that makes you go,
yeah, so I'd just be thinking of like, I wonder if I can get that guy from Ohio who met that ghost in the cheese factory. I wonder if I can get him to be on the podcast. And I'm just like, just kind of, oh, her name is Bree, the ghost.
Oh, okay.
Obviously.
And so I would just kind of zone out thinking about that and just, you know, oh man, as soon as school's over, I can go home and get this started.
And then go ahead and give me a general athletics check to see how well you do in your mile.
Not great at all.
You're supposed to be the hunter.
I have dexterity. And that is 13.
13?
Yep.
That's not bad. You'll probably end up at like the 10-minute mark, which isn't too terrible if I remember correctly. Is that
10-minute mile.
10-minute
I
mile?
think that's
Not too bad.
that's
Reasonable.
I don't remember. My
That's high
I
miles
was
were
thinking,
terrible.
when's the
There's
last
no
time
way
I ran a mile is what I was thinking.
I'd be like a 50-minute mile, you know.
Yeah.
I've had bad knees since I was like 12, so I was lucky to make it the mile.
Right.
Tori, I think next is a shorter member of this gym class. Why don't you go ahead and talk about your character as she comes around the corner?
My character, her name is Mabel. She moved here a couple years ago from the South.
Mm-hmm.
But
Like regular South or deep South?
I'm not really entirely certain.
Like Mabel's not certain or Tori's not certain.
Is from
Like, did your family live deep in the Appalachians?
100%.
be your huckleberry.
We sure did. Anyhow,
So she's definitely supernatural.
Alan's already put it together.
have you now? We'll just have to see.
Nobody comes out of there alive.
Continue though.
She's definitely on the shorter side, for sure. Like the shortest of everyone running the mile now. She's very competitive, so she's trying to win. And she has on her wrist a rubber band that she keeps snapping.
As she's running.
Yeah, her name is, I already said, Mabel. And honestly, she has a hard time getting along with people. She really likes to kind of put people down a little bit, makes her feel kind of good about herself.
Makes you feel tall.
Her daddy's in prison. She learned her fighting skills from him. And her mama's just trying to get back on her feet, so she doesn't spend a lot of time at home. Most of the time she spends time finding people to push down. She doesn't like school. She spends
Her
a lot
mom
of
or
time.
you? Her mom?
No.
Or Mabel?
Mabel.
Oh, okay.
Mabel is spending
She hates
Her mom just
school,
goes around
quite
pushing
frankly.
That's why she had to move out of her old town.
I mean, it's pretty
They ran her
sad.
out.
It explains a lot
Does she run
about me.
barefoot?
No.
Oh, okay.
She is wearing overalls.
fully flaunt, like disregarding the standard gym uniform.
Do you put the school gym shorts on and then the overalls over the top of them, or the other way around?
No, but she refuses to wear that stupid uniform, so she's not wearing it. And she's got like oh, my other ear. No, I'm not an elf.
Yeah, you're just human.
No, I am an elf.
You're half elf.
Okay. I'm a half right now. I am.
Half elf.
Because I took one off just before he said. Okay. Anyhow, what else? Oh, short black hair and like a bob with some bangs, and yeah, kind of a constant grumpy look on her face. She's been going to anger management classes, which were required by the school. She's told that she cannot attend and she'll have to, and her mama says if she doesn't go to school then she has to get a job, and that just sounds horrible. So she went to anger management, well, is currently attending said class.
How are those going, by the way?
Pardon, what?
The classes, how are they going?
She is learning a lot about how much she hates anger management classes.
I feel pretty and witty.
Yes.
So you said she's very competitive.
What class is she?
Oh yeah. Well, if you want to reveal
If
that,
you want to
that'd be
reveal
great.
it, you don't have to, but
Because we know what Alan is. Alan's Alan.
You'll find out.
a ranger, yeah.
So we probably get the freeze frame on her like mid, like furious pump, like face, just like full on scowl. What is she doing to kind of pass the time during this mile, or is she really focusing in on it?
She is just imagining running to catch some mean cheerleader or something to give her, like, flush her head in the toilet.
In fact, there are a couple cheerleaders in gym class, and you probably like locked onto one and are following them. Go ahead and give me an athletics check. Let's see how you do.
That is an 18.
Yeah, you definitely catch the cheerleader. We'll say 7 or 8 minute mile.
You're seeing going in for the kill.
Yep. Okay, and then probably bringing up towards the rear of the class is our next character. Preston, why don't you give me a little bit about Ari?
She's not very athletic, but she thinks that if she can just get this Naruto run down just right,
Yes.
that she's like trying to like angle it just right, and she kind of stumbles for a little bit, and then kind of stands up a little straighter. But she's struggling with her -1 athletics.
Gym teacher, and he's just like, Ari, we're not in an anime.
She has like bubble.
I respect the gung ho ness, but you know
the bubblegum top of her hair, and then the blue hair at the bottom, and she's giving herself a pep talk. Dang it, I gotta not go into a southern accent.
it's always hard when somebody else is doing the southern accent.
It is. It's like it's magnetic.
Start with Victor and work your way towards Ari.
Yes, we'll go back to Victor. I
am Ari.
I am Ari. Hello, everyone. It is me, Victor. I have made my way to this world.
Say uwu. How's Victor?
Woo. Senpai. So yeah, she's essentially like right now. That's kind of she's stumbling along. She's wearing the uniform, but characteristically, she is wearing what seems to be a headband with fox ears that match the color of her hair. She's wearing kind of the longer, what do you call it, the Under Armour type stuff as well, and then just the school uniform. She's not like awkward coming into her own, but at the same time, the fact that she's running like Naruto.
Yeah.
And she's not very athletic. Like she's dexterous, but she's not athletic. So like she can only do that for so long before she starts huffing and puffing and she's gonna face plant somewhere. So
so what is the method that Ari is using to try and get through this mile?
Ari, you know you're the main character in this story. Like
Leading
just because we're
energy.
behind doesn't mean that we can't succeed and come in first place. 10 minus 1, 9.
Yeah, you are definitely probably going to be one of the last people in gym class for sure. And then not participating in the run, but enjoying the atmosphere of it, I suppose, is somebody in the stands. Bridget, would you describe your character for us, please?
Yes. What time of day is this again?
This is probably about 11 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
So that you guys hadn't... This is your, like, last class before lunch, basically.
Okay. So Melly is 17. She is a runaway. She was homeschooled her entire life. She was raised just by her mom and her dad, kind of out away from all of society. And she got tired of just sticking around at the house being told what to do. So she's very intelligent. Her mom made sure she learned really well. Her dad got her kind of into hunting, but she's always been more into books instead of athletic. So when she ran away, she came to Pterrordale, and she happened to run into a lady who took her in to kind of gave her a job, gave her a place to live. And she, do I say her name? Is that okay?
Yeah, Maggie.
Maggie. So her name's Maggie May. She's, an older lady. She runs a store called Mother Earth. And Maggie May suggests she not get involved with school since she was a runaway. But it's lunchtime, close to lunch, in her lunch. And so she's kind of snuck over to watch what's going on.
Yeah. And it also helps that that Maggie also ushered you out of Mother Earth this morning, because she has one of her more high-profile clients coming over, which usually means something a little bit more on the dangerous side as far as Pterrordale goes, and she doesn't want to expose a teenage girl to anything that might be potentially extremely dangerous or super tempting, as it were.
Okay.
So,
Would
she kind of
be
went
reading when she's out there, or would she just be watching?
Oh,
Yeah,
she
so-
definitely have a book in her lap.
Okay.
She's not reading it, though.
Because Ari, between like just at the finish line, she'll kind of like start to collect herself, and she'll be thinking, "I wonder what manga that gal over there's reading." And that's going to be the first thing that she's going to try and do as soon as she recollects herself.
Yeah, she's not used to talking with other people, so she's kind of got that, but she's like taking glances.
Yeah, the glances around.
Yeah.
And
People
then-
watching.
just to start us off here, would you go ahead and roll me a d20, please?
Yes. An 8.
An 8? Okay, you're all right. Everything is good. You are containing yourself for now. And as the run kind of winds down a bit, there's a few other kids in here, most notably, let me see if I have their names. There's a group of 4 that are kind of the big bullies in school. Like maybe Mabel bullies, but she kind of bullies everybody.
She dabbles.
These are definitely these are the a-holes
One
of
of
school.
them's named
Are they like in a group?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like where she's kind of more of a loner?
Mhm.
They're
That
kind
is
of-
totally a
okay.
bully.
And in fact, the 4 of them have kind of been
No,
running in almost a pack and kind of pushing some of the slower kids. Ari probably got a little bit of a nudge, but obviously they can't push the girls too hard or else they'll get into more trouble than they would pushing the boys. Their names are
Also,
Justin Time,
last time. he
Justin Case, and this Justin. They are the Justins.
One of the
No,
first Justins.
I love it.
Last time he did it, he stays away because she hit Ari hissed at him and scratched him.
Yeah, he definitely has the mark.
Like
I love
he's got a scar on his arm.
We'll say that's this.
What do
This.
they wear on Wednesdays?
on
Pink?
on Wednesdays? Well, they wear gym clothes for now. But
There's a 95%
Wednesday?
chance it's raining.
and then of course,
Get in,
they
losers.
hear,
We're going to the arcade.
their ringleader is Burke Pullen, and he's not the quarterback, but he is the star wrestler of Pterror High. Go Pteradons.
I don't know. What
and-
sound they make.
Most notably, they're known around school not only as the big bullies and the big jocks, that kind of thing. They're also known because they have probably 4 of the most popular girls in school as their girlfriends. And those are also in the class. We've got Kari Lindor, who is she's kind of a thicker, pale girl with red hair, I think I gave her. Anyway,
Your red herring.
I didn't write it here. We've got Tamira Strange, who's an athletic girl with dark skin. Haley Westrich, which is a kind of your more like model-esque girl, white.
What was her name again?
Haley.
Haley.
And then Amy Nazio is a thin Latino girl. And the four of them kind of, again, they kind of make up their own little clique that everybody kind of wants to get in on. That kind of thing.
This sounds like a hellish gym class, just saying.
It's
Like, wow.
Yeah. You literally have like 8, and these girls are always like, Tamira and Amy specifically are both on track. So Tamira is definitely like the first one across the finish line. Amy is close behind, and then Mabel's bringing up a short third at that.
What was the other guy's name that's not a Justin?
Burke. Yeah, Burke Poland. I have written here, these are assholes and should be treated as such.
That's good to know. I'll write that down.
Is that to prepare you for how we're going to treat you? Or?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so they kind of finish up. You know, they're jostling and everything. But Ari, you said actually, I haven't seen Jocelyn in a little bit. She's got an early kind of like college program that she's going to.
Through Phi Beta Kappa. What was the name of the soror?
Somebody has to take up the mantle after.
She has to lead them.
Yes.
All the like.
She's like, seriously?
All the creepy sorority sisters that are still like
Tau
all
Theta
mutated.
What?
Tau Theta Tau.
Yeah, Tau Theta Tau.
Because it spells T-O-T, and I like the idea that like Tater Tot was their
was their mascot.
was their thing. But yeah, so Ari, you kind of push your way past the Justins. They kind of do step away from you a little bit. One of them's like, "She's scratching. Look at this. Should I tell the principal about that?" Nah, they're not going to do anything. They never do anything when we scratch them.
I'd get that checked out. Looks like it might be infected.
Jeez, you came out of nowhere.
Ari's gonna lock eyes with him and lick her finger like.
How's the weather down there?
She's just gonna punch him right in the junk.
Go ahead and give me
Junk punch.
an attack roll here. Just
Oh dear. That's a 8.
he manages to duck in that way that all men are trained to when something's coming in their junk. The little like jerk back into the side thing, and then they all kind of like stumble away.
Tuck and roll. Tuck and
What
roll.
a freak!
Like one
Won't
quarter
be
of
so
a hula.
lucky next time.
Full on like for the rest of the class, she's just sitting there.
That was awesome.
All right, Ari, you can walk up to Melly.
This is why Maggie May said not to come to school.
Wake
And-
up, Maggie.
So she's not even gonna walk up directly to her either. If you're in the bleachers, she'll come and sit down on like the end of the bleacher, and then scoot and scoot and scoot over like a 5-minute period.
And I'm
Until she
definitely
gets closer.
side-eyeing because
Yeah.
I'm not going to say a thing. Like, I'm frozen.
What are you reading?
A little bit about herbology.
Oh. Well, I guess that's okay too. I was hoping it was one of the new animes that just or the mangas that just came out.
What's a manga? I mean, I just I'm not. That's fine.
Okay. Tell you what. If you can meet me here after school, I have a whole stack I can give you.
It's a stack of what?
Manga.
But what is it? A stack of
You
what?
want it?
Drugs.
Yeah, you could be drugs for all she knows right now.
But I mean,
Manga. They're books
oh,
from
books.
Japan.
You really want to meet with me after school?
Yeah. Why not? I mean, you're reading, and I figure
That's your entire
premise.
friend. That's like I just want you read. We're friends.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That
good.
is real life.
Yeah, I actually do feel that same way. Well, it depends on what they read.
Yes.
And I you
Mein
know,
Kampf, I'm gonna leave.
My pass.
but the only condition there is that you can come to the book club, and I need your vote to get on the board for the book club.
Okay, I'm not really sure what any of that is, but what time do you get out of school? I don't go to school here.
Oh, you don't go to? I thought you were. Are you new here?
I'm new to the area. I'm not really in anything yet.
Oh, I'm Ari. Yeah, if you're new here, you must know her too. She's new. The one that just punched him in the junk.
Yeah, I saw it. That was
Small world.
intense.
Right,
That was-
everybody knows everybody.
Ari very much like catches eyes with Mabel and like, come here.
Hey, come here. Hey,
She's still standing there.
Just
hey, you, the badass one, come over here.
What?
You know each other?
No.
She reads.
Sounds like a nerd thing to do.
Well, it's just a thing to do. I'm Melly, by the way.
I'm Ari.
I'm Mabel.
Hi, Mabel. Hi, Ari.
Like Maybelline.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Not like Maybelline.
I want to see how long it takes until I can get her to rage at me.
Why?
I
It
don't know.
won't be long.
She takes her rubber band and does a single.
I saw what you did to that boy. That was interesting.
I was this close. It's just a tiny target. Or I would have hit it.
That's true.
There you go. So Bridget, just so you know, these are, I call them epic dice. If you make me laugh, you get one. Or if I feel like you've done something particularly fun, I'll give you one. And you can use them basically to add to any roll. You can roll one a turn,
That's fun.
or for any check to add it to the roll. So
Including, like, if he attacks you with someone and you're, like, 2 away from getting...
from missing,
From you can roll and add that to
Oh,
your,
cool.
Yep.
to your ACs.
Okay.
Alan, if you also want to mosey your way over, you know Ari.
Yeah, I'll just kind of walk... Oh, hey, Ari.
Hey, listen, these 2 girls are new. They know each other.
Oh.
And
Well, that
We
makes
don't know
introductions,
each other.
though.
I thought
Oh, we know each other's names.
maybe we could go get some lunch.
Well, you know each
in
other now, right?
The monster machine?
Sure.
I don't have my license yet, so
Wait,
Yeah.
you have something called a monster machine?
you
Oh,
should see it.
yeah,
It's
it's-
pretty awesome.
it's really cool.
Are there monsters
I'm Alan, by the
inside
way.
it? I don't touch hands with others.
Hi, Alan.
Alan.
Melly's like, I do.
Yeah, please be my friend.
I can respect that. She like grabs whatever hand sanitizers or whatever.
It's in a Hello Kitty bottle.
In a Hello Kitty
yeah,
bottle,
for
yeah.
sure. Or it'd be a Hello Puppy bottle,
Hello
right?
Puppy.
'Cause it's the alternate, a little bit alternate.
Yep, alternate reality. Hello, Foxy.
No, it's Goodbye Kitty.
Goodbye, kitty. It's got X's and Z's.
Yeah.
Someone make this.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Ari, as you're washing your hands, you do hear kind of a rumbling voice in your head that says, "You're getting lunch.
Yeah.
Can we go to that taco place again?"
Yes, that's a wonderful idea. And she's talking out loud that you guys probably don't hear her.
What's
She's
with that far off look on your
Now,
face?
do I know about your voices?
I think from last
think you
time
ran
you
it-
did
you've seen
a little
Sasuke.
bit. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think when during the
I will nudge you and be like, Ari, you're talking to yourself again.
Oh, sorry. I was just thinking to myself. Of course, I'm not talking to other people. Maybe we could go. Maybe we could go to that taco place for lunch.
Oh. Yeah, we should have enough time. They're pretty good.
And
Do you like
what time
tacos?
is lunch?
The
Oh,
bell
yeah.
rings.
Now.
I eat anything.
Actually, sorry, the bell rings for you guys to go get changed. Because, yeah, obviously you're still in your gym clothes at this point. So
What does this monster machine look like? I don't have to change.
You can't miss it. Just
I'll meet you all
go to the
there.
west parking lot.
By the flagpole.
So let's start marching off.
is that your favorite parking spot, like everybody had in high school?
Yeah,
Am I the only one who had a
it's-
favorite parking spot?
It's so big. It's so big that it has to park like 1.5 spaces. You know.
When they walk out, it's like one of those really nice, like Audi TT or like a Porsche or something for one of the Justins or Jasons or
Justin.
J boys.
The Justins.
And then we all will kind of walk out and see it, and then he pulls up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So after everybody changes, that is exactly what happens.
Blowing a bunch of white smoke out of the tailpipe.
Mabel thinks that she sees this really good, deep rumbling Corvette. That's like, oh, that definitely sounds like a monster.
No,
I
it's
get
just-
why
it's just a
called
whole
it.
Big
exhaust.
lifted truck
Yeah,
with the
she's
Casey
standing by.
lights. And
Yep. And then the RV pulls up
Oh.
I'll lean over. The lock's
halfway. The
broken on
window
this-
falls down again.
Yeah.
The lock's broken on this side, but if you get it in the back here, and she'll open up the back of the Winnebago.
There's a
There's a side door.
it's the back
Oh
of the
my
Winnebago. There's a
goodness.
buzzing sound coming from it.
But you can't get to it from outside the back. But
Oh,
Is
it's
there
just the
like
back.
a divider? Like
Yeah.
so you have the back and then the divider.
yeah, so it's like when you walk in, there's like a short little hallway with a little kitchenette area and a seat,
Just
and then
sectioned
it's,
off, like
just like a
bedroom
door.
area.
But it's one of those like cheap like accordion
Sectional
doors.
seat. Yeah.
I love it. Smells sweet.
Come on in. He's got candy in here too.
I like candy.
What?
I do.
Yeah, you have leftovers.
Wait, are you trying to kidnap me?
To go
And I'm
to
gonna
lunch.
Now wait
I'm gonna step
a
on the gas.
Yeah. I'm assuming that Melly.
Did you get it? Did you hop on too?
hops
Oh,
in.
absolutely. Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So it's
I definitely take off too fast and you do the whole since you're not buckled in. Like,
yeah. Give me some dexterity checks, Melly and Mabel. Ari, you can have advantage because you've been
Natural
in this.
20.
Oh yeah, Mabel was.
you're just standing stock still, just
Yeah.
barely wiggle.
19 plus contact.
Plus contact.
I'm trying to get my contact to move.
Oh, okay. Do you need to go? Do you need to go take care of it?
Usually you have to move
That's
your
because I'm
eyes.
not. It's because I'm not used to blinking as often as I do, and so when I blink and I turn my eye, like move the contact, it's like,
I have eye drops.
I'm so confused.
you know what I'm talking about? Like when you're contact, if you blink and you turn and your eye, okay. well,
No, I know what you mean.
contacts shift around and it does
Yeah.
weird things, especially if you have a stigmatism.
Anyway, 19 plus.
What am I looking at?
Yeah, what-
Dexterity
check.
saving.
Dexterity saving throw. Okay. Oh. Dexterity saving.
Geralt's
plus one. Plus one.
weakness is.
So that's gonna be just
His
dirty
gloves.
20.
Yep, dirty 20 is good.
And I got 20.
Touch
20? You look like a natural 20?
And I-
Yeah.
Nice. That's 2 nat 20s and a dirty
Sick.
20. Yeah, all of you managed to hang on. Alan just goes roaring out of the
Yeah.
parking lot.
Always like up over the curb, whichever way I'm turning doesn't matter.
You are a terrible driver.
Thanks, I know.
2 questions. One, do you have like a CD player or is it like a tape deck?
It is a tape deck, but I have a
Adapter.
tape with the cord coming out.
Yes.
Onto a
in an old
Walkman.
Walkman.
Perfect. And what is playing when the car starts up?
And does it have buffering or does it skip every time I hit a bump?
Please say it's good.
It's good.
That's
yeah,
gotta-
that's gotta skip. Yeah.
This is
This is
taking
my
me back.
favorite part.
I know, like,
This is my favorite part of the song. Oops, I.
when you get on
oops,
I-15.
Yep.
Today is, you know what? Today's just going to be something kind of sort of mellow, just to keep the cure. Yeah.
Okay. There's a version of this universe where Alan doesn't have the tape deck, but he recorded all of his podcasts onto tape and he plays them in the van.
I'm not a narcissist.
No.
I'm not listening to
I've
myself.
told him a few times he can get a CD player built in, but he just says something about that the government can track him with it or something.
Also, it's vintage.
That's stupid. Vintage is dumb.
But yes, the government can track CDs when they're built into the car. There's a lot of extra power there.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I believe it 100%.
Have you,
Oh, he found his people. Ari is currently the
know
only
what?
listener on his
Ari's
podcast.
looking around like, oh no.
lunch
What
is
have I
on
done?
me.
Ooh, all right. Which only takes about 10 minutes for you to putter your way back into town, and you stop at Sacco's Tacos. We'll call it. That's actually a real place, isn't it? Sacco's?
It is
Oh,
I
now.
think
It is now.
over there in it's the one with the banana sign. It's called Sacco's, isn't it?
Oh,
There's
That's
always
just
money in
a-
the
I don't think it's. I don't think it's
Yeah.
a taco place.
Yeah, I don't think it's a taco
it's
place.
like
but
fruit.
our version of it is it's Sacco's Tacos. It's right across the street from Calvin's Kaijucade, which is a very popular arcade
I
for
currently
kids in
hold the
Pterrordale.
highest score on Rampage. Thank you.
That is a very
welcome.
big game in the Kaijucade, and you can tell it's the Kaijucade because there is a legally distinct giant lizard that doesn't have any resemblance to Godzilla. I don't know what you're talking about. That kind of looms over the Kaijucade.
Shinigami lizard. That means
Gojira.
god lizard.
But yeah, everybody can get a couple tacos. You know,
I think it's Death God Lizard.
Melly, like, do you have a wide palette or is it pretty narrow from your experience?
Not a lot of seasonings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very much like
Blend.
mayo is a spice.
You're lucky.
Yeah.
Salt and pepper got put in. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do love good mayo sandwich.
What's a mayo sandwich?
You do 2 pieces of white Wonder Bread, mayonnaise, boom, mayo sandwich.
And that's it?
Don't knock it till you try it.
You deep fry it, it's a mayo wonton.
I don't hate the idea.
So the 4 of you are sitting there eating lunch.
Alan, can you buy some for Sasuke too? I'll pay you back.
I would like 2 chimichangas.
2 chimichangas.
Who in tarnation is Sasuke? You know we can hear you, right? We're sitting literally right next to you.
You're very bad at
Sasuke
keeping
who?
a secret.
Who is Sasuke, Alan? Don't make me beat it out of you.
Roll intimidation.
Yeah, actually.
Not good. I rolled it. Let's see.
Would that be a
7.
Would that be a competing thing?
Yeah, you probably just want to roll like a charisma save.
Okay.
7 only.
Yeah.
Despite
I got an 18.
Despite the fury in her eyes, she is the shortest person among you, and definitely looks a little bit more cute than angry at this point.
I don't know a Sasuke. I'm gonna go get some extra food for some reason. I'm gonna walk away.
Anyway. You know, lying to people is not a great way to make friends. Wouldn't you agree, Melly?
Yeah, no, I would totally agree.
So why don't you go to our school?
Because I'm just new here, I haven't enrolled yet. What kind of food are you getting? I haven't eaten here
I
yet.
feel like you're deflecting right now.
I don't think I would do
You
that.
should get these birria tacos.
Birria tacos.
Those
Birria?
are delicious at Chonchi's.
Yes.
Have you
With-
been to Chonchi's?
Yes, with extra jalapenos.
Okay, I'll try that. Jalapenos. Okay.
You are gonna kill this poor girl.
And then later,
Spice.
if you like that spice, I know this ramen place that has this miso. It is to die for.
Okay, well we'll start with this.
It's actually true. A few people have died from it, but it's not because it's like tainted or poisoned. It's cursed. And this is like I'll come back with the tacos and stuff because it is.
It's a way to ruin the experience.
I thought Sasuke wanted a chimichanga.
2 chimichangas, and I'll like turn the thing around.
And Ari's just got like one of those. If you're familiar with Midori from Rock Band or any of those, it's just like a guitar purse. So like she zips open the top of the guitar and then it takes the chimichangas and kind of puts them into the purse.
You
Zips it
are
shut.
a weird one, aren't you?
I wouldn't say I'm weird.
It's
Eccentric maybe, but
I like it.
Well, anyone that's friends with us is usually a little weird.
yeah.
Did
So-
you say friends?
Not all of us.
That's so
Jocelyn's not weird.
Too pure for this world.
Oh, that
Don't-
Jocelyn girl,
don't let
blonde
her-
hair.
Don't tell her that I told you this, but
I'm so happy for her.
she secretly loves anime. No. Yeah. We used to watch it a bunch as kids.
I'll have to send her some more text messages.
Please do not tell her that I told you.
There's a text
she will kill me.
message thing where she sends text messages,
It's
but
just
she
sad, like
she never
zero
replies.
response.
She never even
Yeah.
read. It's like blocked, but she
It's
keeps
like a
sending them
non-stop
because she's
chain of.
Everybody go ahead and roll me a perception check, please. As you are digging in. Also, Melly, roll me a constitution saving throw as you take your first bite of spicy Mexican food.
Okay, so which one am I doing first?
The perception, please.
Okay. An 8.
An 8. Okay, so you don't notice anything. Roll me your constitution saving throw.
I got a 22 on my perception.
22.
I got a 12.
12. And then Ari.
19.
So Ari and Alan are going to notice this, but let's get that Constitution saving throw first.
Okay.
I just want to see if it's the spice that's causing you not to be able to see anything else.
Smells interesting, and so this is good.
You dip it in the sauce.
Well, I might wait on the sauce. We'll probably just stick with this.
You know, if we made
The red one is great. I look at you and I'm like, my eyes are watering and like.
I totally like the type meals where you're trying to
Oh,
keep your nose
that's
from dripping.
Yum. That's
16.
16. You're doing okay, actually. It is very spicy.
Are you
Okay.
okay? Your
But
face
you-
is red.
Yeah.
This is so good. I have never had this before. This is, oh my gosh, this is so good.
Right?
Yes.
I'm telling you. And the more jalapenos you put on, the better it is.
It's kind of building, but it's good. It's a good heat.
Mabel's just chewing on a full jalapeno.
Do you have anything more powerful, like ghost pepper or something?
Yeah. You pour like the hottest Scoville hot sauce on it, and it's like, yeah, whatever. Alan and Ari, as you're watching, your eyes naturally drift to the Kaiju Cave because both of you have frequented it before. Wow, boy.
Kaiju cage.
And you do spot the.
It also randomly roars, high pitched, like ear splitting
Yeah.
speakers outside.
At least everybody can tell when it's going to happen because like blue lights start going up the spines to the head.
That's
So everybody
awesome.
has a moment to like plug their ears.
Fun background story. Corey likes Godzilla.
That's true. I do like Godzilla.
You should see the cool Godzilla thing.
Maybe you will, depending on what combat. But you do see outside the Kaiju Cade is the Justins on their way in with Burke at their head as usual, and they actually they pass by the janitor, which is actually a kid about your age. He's only working here through lunch, basically to help out his uncle who owns the Cade. This is Andy Taggart. He's a slightly chubbier kid, you know, your kind of standard nerd. Looks a little bit like somebody maybe in this room, who knows. And
He looks like me.
and they, as they pass by, like Burke knocks down the broom, and then like as Andy goes down to pick it up, one of the Justins hits the end of the broom and it goes up and like smacks him in the face. You know.
Did you see that?
Excuse me very much.
Social injustice.
She will storm across.
Right across the street, cars come screeching to a halt.
I'm walking.
we better go help.
Which Justin was it?
We'll just say that Just in Time was the one that.
Just in
that
Time.
Was he
hit
the one I
back
tried to?
up. No, that
back in the
was this Justin, which, by the way, his name is spelled Thijs.
Oh, I'm like, I got so confused just now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Just in Time, Just in Case, and this Justin.
Wow. How they
This
found
is
each other.
It's a great story. They're all named Justin, or they have similar names, so they kind of just gravitated towards each other.
Excuse me very much, but what did I just see you do?
Oh, it's you.
Oh,
What?
it's you.
And Burke's actually going to step up in front of him, and it goes, "Hey, sophomore, I love all the energy that you're giving, but you should just go back to lunch, okay?"
I'm pretty sure you already have a girlfriend, so you can't love me too. And she'll try and get him in the trunk.
Okay, go ahead and roll me an attack
She's
roll.
determined.
Yes, she is.
Bigger jump
That is a 22.
22. Yeah, you managed to hit him in the junk, and he just kind of stumbles back a little bit, and he goes, "You don't think that I always wear a cup? I'm on the wrestling team."
Slightly bigger target.
I'm always prepared.
Most people are trying.
Don't take that as a compliment.
I mean, if you really want, I don't have any problems hitting a girl. If you really want to throw down.
You remind me of my daddy, and I don't like him very much.
So you have daddy issues.
You're in the background.
Ari's totally
Nice.
egging on. Ari's trying to help the kid up and like the broom and everything, but the whole time she's like egging it on. She's not getting in the fight, but she's totally on the sidelines, like being like. Ooh.
So, I got a question.
It's Mabel, obviously.
Right, Maple. Haven't you also bullied this kid?
Yeah, but it's different when I do it.
So now suddenly you're white knighting for him?
Obviously.
He's under our protection.
For now. Until he annoys me.
If I didn't have a roll of quarters burning a hole in my pocket, we'd probably hash it out. a
Oh,
little bit.
that's what it was that I hit. I knew it wasn't anything else.
The Justins start laughing, and Burke kind of grits his teeth a little bit. And let's see how he reacts.
Avatar of Corey, you should run.
Does a 16 hit your AC?
Not even close.
Okay. Yeah, so he full on does like a wide swing punch to try and punch you in the jaw.
Mabel just barely.
Turtle.
Yep.
She'll swing back.
Okay.
That is an 18.
18. 18 is definitely going to hit. How much damage do you do unarmed? Just regular. Should just be your strength.
Unarmed
score.
strike. Let's see.
Is that
Oh, it's just a 6
Yeah.
plus 6.
okay?
4 plus 6. No,
What?
4. It's a 4. I was like, yeah, I was taking it back.
92.
It's just a 4.
Just a 4.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So you
I'm
swing
strong,
back in.
not smart.
You hit him right in the side, and he grunts and kind of goes off to the side a bit. And then he's gonna lunge at you. Go ahead and roll me an athletics check or an acrobatics, whichever you'd like here. Also, if anybody else would like to do anything at this point, you can.
Can I hurl a half-eaten burrito into his face to try to blind him?
Sure. Yes.
I'm gonna use this because Mabel does not want to be bested.
Mm-hmm.
That's in a athletics or what? Which one?
Athletics or acrobatics.
That is an 11.
That's a 19.
19. So as he comes rushing at you, a burrito slams into his face, and he goes, jalapeno! So he's gonna roll with disadvantage,
Jalapenos, man!
which means that
It had Diablo sauce on it
It's so
too.
spicy.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
When he swings, if he misses, I want to use telekinetic shove to make him fall.
okay. Yeah, he definitely misses because he's trying to like lunge at you to grab you because he's a wrestler, right? The grappling is what he does.
He shoots in.
Yeah, and they like his eyes snap shut. Mabel, you back out of the way,
Rolls
and then
his
all of a sudden,
ankle. Oh, my ankle.
all of a sudden, he just kind of like slams into the ground a little bit harder than anybody expected, and he groans, and all the Justins go, "Ooh,
Now give me your quarters.
you."
Do you want me to get him out myself? Because I will.
Roll me intimidation again, with advantage because you've already bested this man, this boy.
Ooh, okay.
I'm still hungry.
That is a 23.
23. There's a moment of hesitation, and then he reaches in to his pocket and he pulls out the roll of quarters and slaps it into your hand.
That's
And he stands up and he goes, "Let's go, guys. This place sucks anyway." And Justin's like, look at it longingly a little bit, but then they're like, "Yeah, you're right," and they all go shuffling off.
That was amazing.
Want to play a game?
Thank you, but they're just gonna be harder on me next time.
Well, don't be such a dork, then people won't beat you up.
Right. Anyway, I guess go on in.
Ari is conflicted.
Sorry about the burrito mess.
It's fine. I'm used to it. At least it's not vomit this time. And just then an 8-year-old boy
Hey.
comes out of the front.
Last time was not my fault, okay? That VR headset did not agree with me.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll give you that one.
Fine, you can have these.
Gonna drop the quarters to him?
Yeah, 100%. If he doesn't catch him,
Yeah,
they
he'll
land
fumble
in-
with them and catch them like eventually. Thanks. It's Mabel, right?
Like Maybelline.
Duh.
Does this mean you're not going
Not
to?
like Maybelline.
Does this mean you're not going to trip me on the way home again?
Probably will, so better watch where you go.
Okay. All right. Good to know. Thanks. And I'm sorry. Who are you?
I'm Melly. Who are you?
Alan Taggart.
I'm Alan.
Andy.
It's like you're not Alan.
Andy and Alan.
I know you just,
Technically, two people can have the same name, Scott.
I know you just got a little roughed up and
I mean,
Yes,
we
sorry.
do have 3 characters named Justin in this.
Yeah.
That's
scenario,
true.
So.
Yeah. Nice to meet you. Are you just like new in town on vacation?
Yeah, just new. You said this happens a lot?
Oh yeah, they bully me constantly.
That's why you got to bully first.
Is that what it is?
No.
I don't
Aries.
disagree with that.
You should. Well, you should.
Strike first, strike hard.
She
they
knows.
might leave you alone.
Maybe. Anyway, if you guys go inside, my Uncle Calvin, he'll give you a little prize, like a little thank you prize, I'm sure.
If I can make a suggestion, if you get one of those fanny packs, you can put that quarter roll inside, and then if they come up to you, say, "I don't know you. This is my purse," and you smack them in the face with it.
I think that the fanny pack would draw a bit too much attention.
Yeah, I agree.
No. I mean, functional. You could get one of those. You could get a purse.
That's just begging
but-
to
or
be
a
tripped
purse.
by some small girl.
I would trip
Immerse? Okay, never mind.
Alright.
Maybe a sock with like a
Sorry,
soap in the
it's-
end.
Or
I
is
got-
it?
I gotta get back to work. Sorry, guys. There's vomit and a burrito now.
You need to learn self-defense.
Why are you working? How old is he? Is he our age?
Yeah, he's your age. I'm just working through lunch until, to help out my uncle.
Do you get paid for it?
Yeah, he pays me.
Oh, alright. I was gonna be like, what the hell, man?
No, I mean,
You're not in school.
I'm
Not that I care, but
I also
either
get
get a
to work
job
at an
or you go to
arcade,
school.
That's true.
like that's
That's what my mama says.
yeah.
are you? What's your middle name?
I don't have a middle name. I'm one of those weird people that doesn't have one.
Mm.
One of the many things to bully about.
So
me.
you're A_T on the arcade games.
Yeah, that's me.
He beat your high score on.
Wait, are
What?
you AFA? Which is RA Flowers anime.
Plus the hearts at the end. Hello.
Yeah, how do you do that?
It's like emojis, but like
Yeah.
it's all the rave in Japan.
Well, I did beat your score, so
You're dead to me. And she's gonna just go walk over and like try and figure out which one of them that he had beat on, and so that she can try
You have
and
the high score on most games.
max him.
all of them
Yes, it.
as of yesterday. I finally got the Jumpman high score.
See if I give you quarters again.
Yeah, give us the quarters back.
Oh, I mean, if you want them.
Come on, Ari, let's go beat that stupid AT.
Yeah.
All right.
A_.
He gets back to brushing up burrito and vomit while you head inside, and there is a. He looks very classic showstopper. He's got the red and white pinstripe vest and the top hat, and he goes, "Welcome to Calvin's. You're new. You're
If you were not the owner of this establishment, I would be hitting you so hard right now. Snap, 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 snap.
aren't you on our ban list?
Probably.
Whatever. I can give you a second
She's
chance.
with me.
Ari,
Don't worry
welcome.
about it.
Did that ghost ever come back?
Alan, you're crazy. There was no ghost. It was just, some electrical issues. Don't worry. We got them taken care of, though.
What kind
I
of
kept
ghost?
hearing it
Ghosts.
whenever you'd walk around here at night. You'd hear turbotastic, and it was really creepy. Recently, it stopped, so I think we're okay. But there was this new game that got put in. Pretty cool.
Interesting.
It was the ghost that was messing up all of his machines.
Was it like?
The ghost
in the machine.
Was it like a phantom? Was it like a?
There was no ghost, he says loudly so that all the kids can hear.
Well, not
Everything
now.
is fine. There was never any
I
ghost.
salted the building.
Is that what that was?
Yeah,
Did you vacuum
the lines
it up?
of salt.
All his plants, like all his flowers outside, are all like shriveled up and dead because you like went across the beds.
So many dead snails.
His garden.
It's sad. Wait, no. Was there really a ghost?
Yeah,
I've
of course.
I've seen a ghost before back home.
You have.
Yeah.
Was it at night or during the daytime?
Before you talk about weird, dumb things that definitely aren't real, I wanted to thank you for helping my friend out. My cousin.
I thought he
nephew.
was your nephew.
Right. Sorry.
I mean, you
Are
can
you
also be friends
cousins?
with
You
Yeah,
guys
I-
from the same part of that southernness, or
I'm sorry, did you see that whole thing happen? You saw those boys beat him up? And he's your nephew and you didn't go out there and take care of it yourself?
Boy needs to learn to do
They
things
should be
his
on the
own.
ban list, I think.
but they're bigger than him.
If I enforce the ban list on them, I'm going to have to enforce it on you
So
as
be
well.
it. I don't even want to
All
be
right,
in here.
leave my store then.
Fine.
But here, and he hands you something before you leave. He hands you a little token. Hands each of you a token. In fact, you brought your own tokens from home, mostly. Each of you has a piece of a game of some kind that you can invoke once in this adventure in order to do something related to the thing that you have.
Oh,
I
cannot
think
wait.
I think Bridges is going to be the most difficult to kind of spitball here,
The
but
ghost
I think
strikes
we
the
should be
arcade.
able to. Because which character is that?
I don't remember.
Is it just Sarah?
Wait, what's the from?
It's from Labyrinth.
Labyrinth.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah, okay.
Who
So,
do you do
main characters
with the
intro.
boot?
Yeah.
You've suddenly lost a baby.
But yeah, so each of you has a token that you can utilize sometime during this adventure. So the rest of lunch passes by pretty smoothly. At the end of it, everybody starts shuffling their way back into the RV. Melly, are you going to... You're pretty close to the store at this point, so you can say goodbye, or you can go back to basically school with everybody else, if you'd like.
Well, I have to go back to work, but I mean, if you want to, all of you, I mean, I'd love to hang out with you again sometime.
Yeah, that'd be great. Here, actually, I have some of my manga. I'm still reading it, so I want it back. But here, and then she'll open up her back and pull out one of the mangas.
What is the name of this manga?
It's probably, let's just say it's one of those really weird slice of life. Not the slice of this word, without getting etchy or anything weird. It's just slice of life.
Okay.
Like fruits basket.
my boyfriend, the pie maker.
Yeah, my boyfriend, my pie maker, or like, yeah,
And
something
assassin.
like
And assassin, yeah.
that. And assassin.
Well,
I think you
thanks,
really like the
Ari.
twist in the third part of it. It's great.
Well, I will definitely read these. And Mabel, it was interesting to meet you. And
She's
Alan,
great, isn't she?
It was really nice to meet you too.
Pass that to Bridget, please. That was good. I like that.
It's like walking around
you
with a
two
really
were-
short, Incredible Hulk.
Hey,
I like that.
I'm going to pull Arya aside real quick. Should we invite him tonight? This will be like a whisper. I'm not going to whisper because it's hard to hear. But
Okay, listen, I
should we
don't want to
invite him
seem...
tonight to
Yeah, I
S.A.S.S?
think we should. Like, do you think they would think it's like too forward? Like, I don't want to come across as like needy or.
No, Mabel's seen ghosts already, and Melly reads.
So she knows the truth, man.
And she was reading about like herbs and stuff, so if you get hurt, she can fix us. Perfect.
Okay. Hey, tonight at 6, we're meeting. Do we have a place? What is the? It's a place, right?
Yeah, it's the building. It's the rec center behind the old Alderman house.
There's the rec center behind the old Alderman house. Oh, head down the road, second left, big building, says rec center on it.
Okay.
There's like a historical house out front.
Okay.
We're meeting there. We have kind of a after school club. You'll understand if you come, but you're both invited if you want.
You might meet Jocelyn there. She said no.
Hey, she responded.
She said,
But it was like it was a group text.
It was in a
It
group
just
text.
appears.
Someone else actually texted her, and I was just.
And she also left the group.
I'll take that as a no. Okay, never mind. It's just us. But if you guys want to come,
I
pleasure.
would love to. I will. Yeah, I will definitely be there.
that'd be so cool, and we can hear about your ghost story.
Mabel, you should come.
Oh, sure. I guess. I don't have anything better to do.
Did you?
There's a punching bag,
And I'm absolutely going to be there.
and I don't mean Ari.
Well, I'll still come.
We're late for class.
It's just history. We already saw him out.
We need to get to
I'll
history.
tell him I got sick again.
Get
and
in.
I was in the
Get in the
bathroom.
monster meeting. Hey, Ari! Grab your backpack.
All right, see you guys. Bye.
So the rest of the day passes by pretty uneventfully for most of you. We'll skip over to Mabel. Are you going to school, or are you skipping class for the rest of the
She's
day?
already out here. It's so much effort to get back.
Yep. Even though you could have taken the monster machine back. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. So, are you just going to wander off on your own, or are you going to follow Melly?
Follow Melly.
Okay. So, Melly, unless you ask her about it, she's just going to follow you all the way back to Mother Earth.
Okay.
Okay. So, you just moved here, huh?
Oh, you're walking with me? Yeah, just very recently.
And you're just working?
Yeah. So I live with Maggie May, and I work for Room and Board.
Are your parents dead or something?
Well, no. I don't really like talking about them. Can we talk about something else?
No, that's fine. I get it. Is your daddy in jail too?
No,
Did you put him in jail? Did you kill him?
When I get anxious, weird things happen. So can we please, like, just...
Yeah, go ahead and give me a d20 roll, would you? Please and thank you.
15.
15? All right.
Okay.
You've got a real serial killer vibe going on here.
That's
me?
That's just the makeup that you put on Bridget. That's
ghostly vibes.
The receiving end of serial
I-
killer.
It's fine. If you don't want to tell me, that's fine. Who's this Maggie May lady? How'd you meet her?
When I moved to town, I just happened to talk with her, and I didn't really have anywhere to live yet, and so I just lived with her, and she teaches me things in her store.
Am I making you nervous right now?
Would it hurt your feelings if I said yes?
No.
And yes.
I like to make people nervous.
Oh, well, you are very good at it.
Thank you. I'm not going to hurt you, because it seems like you're hurting yourself a whole lot just with your own mind.
Well, tell me something about you. Where do you live around here?
My mama and I, we live out on the other side of the tracks over there.
Oh.
There's an apartment building that we're renting.
Yeah. And
the whole building.
No room in there. Well, for now, I don't know. We're getting a little behind on the rent, so
oh,
we just kind of go wherever life sends us.
well, that must be nice to live in different areas.
Not really.
Really?
I always have to start over again.
Get everybody to be scared of me all over again.
Yes. It's really frustrating.
It's so much punching.
Junk punching specifically.
Everybody know I'm more than punching.
Yeah. Anyway.
You round the corner and you see Mother Earth, which is a kind of this out front. It kind of looks like a floral shop almost at first glance, but it's definitely not a lot of like roses and flowers. It's more just like hanging vines and weird plants that you're not really quite sure of the names of.
This seems like a whole bunch of hippy-dippy stuff.
Well, not hippy-dippy, but, I mean, each plant has its own medicinal properties, and then she has crystals, and you should come in and meet her. Have you never met Maggie May?
Well, I know there's a Rod Stewart song about Maggie May, but I can't imagine it's the same lady here, but I guess I'll come and meet her.
Well, I don't know that song, but, yeah, you should come meet her.
Okay. Heading inside the store, there's the light little jingle of a bell. But there isn't any bell on the door.
Can we hear it?
Yeah. Yes. Yep. You're still of the age. And then a tottering old lady comes out, and she goes, you're home, Ellie, and you brought a friend. Hi. I'm Maggie. Nice to meet you.
Mabel.
Abel. Just a bunch of M's running around today. It looks like. Welcome. Can I get you a tea or anything?
You should try the lavender-infused tea. It's really good.
I'll have a beer if you have one.
I'm afraid you're a little young for beer. And I definitely don't have any in the establishment.
You've probably been drinking moonshine since you were like 8.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she just makes it.
Yeah.
Well, that's a shame.
She was just joking, Maggie. We just barely met, and anyway, I thought I'd let her meet you.
Well, nice to meet you, but you surely don't want to be hanging around an old woman when you've got a friend to hang out with.
See, why isn't Melly in schools with the other kids? How'd she get so lucky?
Lucky. We just haven't established her yet. She's new in town. We've been taking our time.
This is just her first session.
Technically, she's pretty smart for her age. She could take the GED tomorrow, and I'm sure she'd pass it just fine.
But I would like to go, Maggie.
We can talk a little bit more about it if you want, Melly, later.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. That was not a good time.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, you're not here to work, are you, with a friend in tow?
Well, I didn't know she was in tow. Do you want to hang out?
Well, we got some time to kill until we're supposed to meet those others.
Should you be in school?
Yeah, I'm not going right now.
She's really smart, so, she could take the GED.
Yeah?
No.
Right. Well, if you don't have anything to do, I could use some help moving some stock around. I'd give you a little bit for it, a little bit of spending money.
How
for your
much?
coin purse. Oh, let's see. For a hard day's work, $15.
How much was in that roll of coins?
Probably about $5. Actually, how much
What's
how much
price
is
per
typically in a roll
gallon
of
in
quarters?
gas
Like
at
full
this
roll?
point in time? As that'll tell us where economically where this fits.
My world doesn't get into that kind of stuff. Everything's electric.
$1.99. Oh, dang it.
So all the noise that
Yeah.
the monster machine makes is
It's all Alan.
speakers
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
fog machine.
I mean, it's probably about 2 hours of work for $15.
$10 is a quarter.
$10. Yeah. So yeah.
You should stay.
I'll watch you work, but I'll just find a Justin if I want more money.
I don't know what that means, but you're welcome to. And that tea, I'll go ahead and make you some.
He needs adjusting.
Melly,
But-
has anything happened today, or has everything been all right?
No, everything's been good. There hasn't been any incidences. We're good.
Good. I'm very glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Are you remembering the breathing exercises?
Yes, and counting to 10,
Mm-hmm.
forward and backwards.
Perfect. Excellent.
Oh, I get it now. You're in anger management classes. I am too.
I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't seem to be working too much, but
No, well, yeah, it is hard.
it might
Sometimes
be more
works.
bearable if you came with me. I have to go. The school said I have to go, or they'll kick me out.
It's at school.
Yeah,
I would love to go.
it's right after school, so I guess
No,
if you
that's
come-
okay. That's okay. And then we can meet up with them at 6. Is it today?
Well, we better get going because his last period just barely, and we.
Oh, but Maggie, I had those things I needed to stock her. Are you okay if I go?
It's fine, dear. I can take care of it. And she goes over to the giant bag of soil and and starts waddling into the back.
It's like sumo walking.
Yep.
She looks like she'll be fine.
And she does start humming Maggie May. She does start humming the song. So,
I knew it. It's her secret lover.
all right. So the two of you make your way back to school. Alan, Ari, what is your final class for the day?
Back to school. Back to school.
Math. Because history was after lunch and then math after that.
And also
Okay.
that.
And what about you, Ari? Is it math as well, or?
She has art class.
Okay.
With Mr. Belka.
Alrighty. Yeah, so Mr. Belka is he's been a little bit more aloof lately than he usually is. And as class kind of winds down, you bring over your latest project to him. And, sorry, Ari. I'm very out of it today.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Okay, senpai.
It's just Mr. Belka.
Yes,
Please.
senpai.
Wouldn't it be sensei, not senpai?
Sensei.
Senpai is like an affectionate version of that.
Sensei. Soon to be senpai. You
Right.
told you listen, I've got a new draft of a manga that I'm working on, and I need you to tell me how do I get it published.
The study that we were doing in class today was on perspective.
I put the perspective in my manga. Now I need you to look at it
Can I-
and tell me what.
Can I
Yes.
see?
And
Give me a performance check. Let's see what kind of art.
that's bad. That's 5 plus performance. 4, 9.
So,
It's very rudimentary. No shading.
yeah. It looks like you spent
Smudged.
more time on this main character right here, which is that
You could tell.
a fox with angel wings?
Yes.
Okay. And
Did you
the
see
buildings
sword,
around
the flaming
it.
sword. I tried to make it glow by smudging everything around it so it looks
Uh-huh.
like smoke.
Okay, but where is the building with the perspective that the task
Behind the smoke.
It's all smudged.
You can see the corner of it.
See this line? That's the corner of the building.
Ari,
It's okay. You can. You don't have to embarrass everyone around here telling me that I'm your favorite. I know.
I admire your enthusiasm, but I need you to do the assignments as requested. I know that art is subjective, and we do have our free Fridays that you can draw whatever you want. but I do want you to learn more than just big-eyed anime characters.
All right. If you say, Sensei.
Ari's mind just went to no big-eyed anime. Fine, I'll draw small
Little-eyed anime.
Yeah, and I'll draw glasses that are all shiny.
Go ahead and give me a perception check while you're standing over with him.
Okay, that is a 7 plus perception. Come on, contact. 9.
You get a quick glimpse over at his computer, and it looks like it's on. It looks like it's on a web page that is very not well made. You know, one of those very rudimentary, somebody who
Like
had,
when we first started using the internet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's probably
GeoCities,
a visitor ticker down at the bottom of this
Instead of
webpage.
GeoCities, it's a GeoTown website.
And you see
GeoVillage.
You see,
GeoVillages.
there's a news article-esque thing about the sorority situation.
Are you?
And he quickly clicks away before you get too much out of it. Once he notices you looking over at it.
You know.
Was there anything else?
I was just curious. Were you on GeoVillages just now? I saw the Wahoo article.
I might have been. However, that is not something appropriate for me to be doing at school, so we should just forget that I was actually surfing the web for anything other than school-related material, right?
Well, if I, do I really need to do my assignment? I could totally forget about this whole situation.
Give me a persuasion check.
She's got high charisma. Yeah. That's 9 plus charisma. Persuasion 7. So that is 16.
On second thought, I do like the perspective the way that you did it.
That's perfect. And if you ever want to know more about that, we were there.
What?
Don't tell them, please. I shouldn't have said that. Alan would be so mad if I told her. If he knew I said something.
There.
I'm sorry, Senpai. I failed you. And she gets down to one knee.
It's Sensei, and no, it's Mr. Belka. Please go back to your seat, Ari. Thank you.
Yes, sir. And she'll do a whatever bow to him and go sit down.
There's a couple chuckles. You're actually sitting next to Kari, one of the girls that that is friends
she
or
the
girlfriend.
babysitter for
Yes,
Kari.
yes.
Mrs.
And she says,
something going on.
what did he think?
He liked it, but I don't think he liked the way that we did our shading. Maybe we need to use halftone next time.
Also, maybe we should do actual perspective next time.
Yeah,
I did let you lead the project.
We could.
It's up to you, really. But
We could use consummate V's. Consummate V's I've heard are better than the others. When we're doing the spikes on the bad guy.
anyway, I also did another one while you were up there. Just
you did? Okay, show me. I'd love to see it.
and she pulls out this very beautiful building perspective. It is immaculate for her skill level.
Should totally be my environment designer. I'll draw the characters. You draw the environment. Perfect.
Art's not really something that I.
Perfect. She's not even
Yeah.
She's already off and made plans, and you're coming with me.
Okay. And then math class. How does Alan do in math? Yeah.
Oh.
It's discrete math. You're learning matrices.
Yeah, I am very, very bored / distracted thinking about tonight because it's also math.
Oh, yeah.
When am I ever going to use math?
Roll to see if you know when you would.
I rolled a 1, so
never. Alan thinks that math is a construct that is meant to entrap people into boxes. So the school day ends pretty uneventfully. Everybody kind of shuffles out and goes home or goes to their after-school clubs. Ari is busy on her campaign to become the head of the book club.
Vote for me. But funny,
Alan,
and like she's giving flyers to people with like her own self-drawn, like it's her own thing, and she's handing out flyers in the hallway, and like immediately they're like going into the dumpster next to them, just like.
because there's
for
only
me.
like 10 people in the book club, but you
Yeah.
definitely like are trying to get more
She's
people to
campaigning.
show up. Yeah. Does Alan have an after-school club before?
No, I'm gonna go home.
Okay.
Straight home.
Hey, surprisingly, you get home and your mom is there.
So I'm gonna walk in the door, and drop my bag off, and Mom, I'm home. All right, you're not here. Like,
Hey, sweetie.
Oh, you're home.
Yeah, they gave me the half day off at the diner, and she comes around the corner and she's got
She's
like
a nurse.
no, she works at the diner.
Oh, I thought she was a nurse.
For nurses,
I
diner-
thought
nurse
she
diners.
worked at a diner.
I thought diner, but I didn't rewatch last episode. So
I
can't
might have
remember.
rewatched some of it, and I thought she was a nurse.
I know she works late, like random later shifts.
Maybe she works at a diner.
Maybe
I don't know.
she's
I don't
a
remember.
nurse for the
I
diner.
think that we like collectively
She's
decided diner.
The nurse at the high school.
Okay, let us know.
She's a nurse.
Go watch last
She's a
episode.
nurse at the
Yeah.
diner.
She's a nurse at the diner.
She's a
For all
working.
that she just
She
does
works at the
Heimlich.
hospital diner.
She's a working parent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually not a bad idea. She does work at the hospital, but she works in the cafeteria.
There
Yeah,
we
there you
go.
go.
Okay. Compromise.
Yep.
It is the foundation of any D&D game. Argue with your DM and you'll get your way.
You'll get your way.
And she actually comes around the corner and she actually has this huge bruise like over the left side of her face. And she goes, "Oh,
What happened?
just one of those people that had too many drugs. You know, drugs are bad." And
Mom, I know. Drugs are
and
bad.
he just started going a little bit crazy, and we had to restrain him, in the hospital. So, but he got a good shot off on me. Don't worry, you should see the other guy. Anyway, that's why they gave me the rest of the day off, to recover. So
So he was in the cafeteria. Was he like mad about his food or something?
yeah, he ran down from his room because he was upset about his food.
Retail work.
Yeah, it's terrible. How was your day?
Retail.
That's fine. Met two new people that are new to town.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Melly and Mabel. They're gonna join us for our after school club.
Right, at the rec center, right?
Yeah.
Cool. What is it? What is it today? Is it billiards or ping pong or
I think boxing.
boxing? They have a boxing ring at the rec center.
No. I mean, we can set one up, but it's more like Mabel's just gonna show us how to use a punching bag.
Oh, okay. So she's like a boxer. How old is Mabel? Just to be clear here, like she is your age. She's or not too much older
think.
than you. Okay.
She's really short, so I have no idea how old she really is.
It does make it hard. Plus, the name doesn't really evoke a young girl. Not very many people call their kid Mabel these days.
She could be. Oh my gosh.
Alan.
She could be.
Alan.
She could.
No.
I'm gonna.
Yes, she's probably just a
No,
normal. It's probably
she's
just
definitely-
a unique name.
She's definitely. Okay, I'll be upstairs.
All right.
I'm gonna run upstairs and.
I
And
love it.
she goes over and she just grabs a bag of peas from the fridge and
From the pea jar.
from the pea jar. Ever been late at night and all you want is a nice cold glass of peas?
Yeah.
Wasabi peas.
Sick. That's like my favorite
Mummified
joke
peas.
about how do you catch polar bear. You don't know this?
No.
You cut a hole in the ice, then you put a bunch of peas around the ice, and when he goes to take a pee, you kick him in the ice hole.
I like that.
I have never heard that joke
You
before.
haven't?
No, I really haven't. Okay. Back to Melly and Mabel, the aforementioned. Yeah, that Alan is definitely doing
Upstairs,
research
I
on.
am writing a big blog and looking up ancient entities from maybe the south.
The two of you sit down in a sort of semicircle. There is a woman there in kind of just a nice kind of business casual suit. There's one other kid there, and he gives Mabel a a quick wave. Hey,
Hey.
who's that?
This is Melly.
Hi.
She has anger problems like us.
It's really nice to meet you. I'm excited to be here.
She doesn't sound like she has anger problems.
No,
The nicest angry person
it
you've
just
ever met.
takes a minute for it to.
Right.
I heard she's been learning the same things as us, like the breathing and all the stupid things.
Yeah, it is pretty stupid. I'm Tad.
Hi, Tad.
I have anger issues and I'm trying to work on them.
I think that's great. I do.
Yeah, it's something, I suppose.
I mean, Mabel seems to punch people when she gets angry. What do you do when you get angry?
Yeah. And at this point, like, he kind of like pulls his hoodie back that he's been wearing, and you can see that he's actually half of his face is burnt and kind of he's got a bunch of scarring. And he goes, mostly I punch stuff too, but I do.
Is that from?
Yeah, you know what we've been
Yeah.
what I've been talking about.
It looks worse.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
What happened?
It's just my uncle's business. It's nothing to be worried about. I took care of it. Like I took your advice actually, Maple.
Good.
Killed a man.
And yeah,
We're gonna hear about like a
Which piece of
factory
advice
burning
did you
down
take?
or something.
the better piece of advice, not the not the high road. Yeah. And then the anger management instructor, who has definitely not been listening to this whole conversation, clears her throat and says, "All right, everyone, we are going to get started. I see we have a new face here. Welcome.
Hi.
I hope that you are on a journey to betterment along with the rest of us."
Always, yes, because I get angry a lot. So,
Right. Do you want to introduce yourself? I mean, I guess you already did. My apologies. So what brings you here? What event triggered you today?
well, Mabel's not an event, but she invited me. But I
She
just
gives Mabel a look like she's very much an event, but go on.
I just when I get emotional, just sometimes things happen that I can't quite control. And anyway, I'm just very excited to be here.
Oh, well, we're very happy to have you. Mabel, has anything happened lately that has caused you some anger? Caused you to lash out like usual?
A lot of things, quite frankly.
Mm-hmm.
Being here is one of them, but I'm controlling it. I'm making leaps and bounds. I feel like you could sign me off I think I've passed this course.
Is...
I
Melly,
I-
Melly, please.
I mean, I've heard about these. I mean, we're supposed to be honest, right? Is that what these circles are?
Yes, this is an honest circle.
Well, I mean, Mabel, since you're here to better yourself, and I really care
I'm
about
not
you because
here
we're-
to better
we're
myself.
friends.
I'm here
Mabel?
because
Melly is speaking, please. Take a deep breath. Yeah.
I think she tried to punch 3 different people, and then the one person she saved, she still threatened him, which was still really weird because Andy was a nice guy. But we're friends though, so I want to stop talking.
Oh, 3 people?
only 2 people.
Well, one person was twice, so really.
And I only hit one of them,
See, the
and
punch,
he was wearing a cup.
the punching is the
That is
problem. He was wearing... Was this during a sporting event?
I bet you know who he is. Hang on. Can't remember his name. Burke?
The name sounds familiar.
Well, he should be in here.
But she was standing up for somebody. And
Well,
then she
it's very
threatened him,
noble
but
to
still.
stand up for somebody, but typically we like to use our words instead
They
of our
don't listen.
fists.
They don't listen to words.
She used her words.
Mhm.
And
Were
then
they nice words?
they were promises.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, as much as I hate to admit it, only 2 people since we last had a conversation is an improvement over what we've been seeing in the past.
Oh my
That's
gosh. I mean, that's really good. That's really good.
I'm a new woman, so I think you can sign this paper so I don't have to come back to this gall darn...
I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I think we've still got a long way to go.
Fine.
Now, let's go ahead and start our anger journal for a couple minutes while I get everything set up. You have your anger journal?
I burned it.
There's another one right over there, as usual. Excuse me. The instructor goes over to the door and opens it up.
Hi, sorry. Vote for me. And I've got one for you. And how many people you have in here? 1, 2, 3. Oh, hi, you guys.
Miss,
How's the book club?
Yes.
we are in the middle of a session right now. I'm going to have to ask
you guys
to
are reading
please.
books. I see them pulling out books. I'm coming.
No, this is an anger management class.
Well, I can manage my anger very well.
We could learn from her.
I can't believe y'all are willingly coming to this class.
Come on in. Always happy to have another soul on the path to enlightenment. And as she closes the door after you pass by, her eye twitches a little bit.
Thank you, Taicho.
Good thing she knows how to manage her anger.
Yes. So an hour of class passes where you write in your anger journals everything that makes you upset, and then you are supposed to read them out loud to the person across from you.
Does Melly say white bread,
Yeah.
mayonnaise, but not together?
Oh, Mabel.
Mabel?
you mean.
Mabel, sorry.
Yeah.
I was like,
I mean, does Melly write? Does she participate in the activity?
yes, because she doesn't realize that we're going to share.
Okay. So what
yeah.
is that?
Yeah.
When that comes up, what is the first thing on your list?
It's going to be her parents are on her list of things that make her angry.
Very understandable. Parents can be a very frustrating thing for teenagers.
Yeah,
Always keep in mind that they do have your best interest at heart, though.
You know, I didn't realize we were going to share, and I was put on the spot, so I just actually said the truth. Can we move on, please?
Pardon me, but I beg to differ with what you just said.
What do you mean?
My parents do not have my best interest at heart.
You know what? I'm going to agree with her.
Thank you, Melly. Right, Ari?
Absolutely.
Your mom is
They
a treasure.
My parents are, but her parents are despicable. I don't know your mom or dad. I'm so sorry.
My daddy's in jail right now.
Yeah.
That's
My mama just lays around all day.
No wonder she has so many
Mabel.
issues.
What?
I understand that things are rough for you right now.
They are rough.
And
And my parents made a prison for me to stay in, and that's why I left. And I feel like I'm going to lose control.
Yeah, go ahead and give me another d20 roll.
16.
16.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10.
Yeah, you actually managed to maintain control. I'm sorry, who were your parents exactly?
You know, I think that this has been fun, and I will see you at 6. And Ari, you have no anger problems. Can you show me your manga stuff?
Yeah.
Okay,
Absolutely.
It's been an hour. We don't have to be here anymore, so.
It has been an hour.
Oh, I was hoping to talk a little bit about Jocelyn.
No.
I wrote this manga about her. She's so great.
Did you write that during the journal entry?
Yes. Look at this character design.
So is Jocelyn your main character and amazing in all of your fan fiction?
She cannot
She
see.
idolizes her.
No.
That's so sad.
Pedestal.
That's why it was hard to play Jocelyn. It's so mean.
Yeah, so it has been an hour, and she does agree that you have to leave, so you guys can head out.
Thank you,
But
Taito.
she does start writing down and getting the initial steps to contact Child Protective Services for at least Mabel.
Probably should for Tab too. Tab,
Hey, no, I'm good. Everything's fine.
are you sure?
Yeah.
Where can I find you?
Right now, I'm kind of between places. Just saying.
Do you need a place to crash?
No.
Listen,
Yeah, maybe.
I know a guy. And I'm gonna slip
Ari
him
knows
slip
a
her
guy.
slip him a card for the S.A.S.S headquarters.
Okay.
Where the older guy that could be
Who, the creepy
total
guy? What was
creepy,
his name?
total
Bryce.
Bryce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
total guy that's in the van handing out candy but doesn't realize it's creepy.
Mhm.
Yeah. if you need a place to stay, you can crash there. He's got plenty of beanbags.
So I never told anybody this. But I also modeled Bryce after me
No.
in the last
No.
one because I always like to throw a character in these games that looks kind of like me.
Whatever.
Glad to know how I convey.
No.
No.
No, because you're saying stuff like
that's like creepy.
you said
No,
he didn't
he
use
has,
cell
like-
phones. He was eccentric.
Yeah, he has he wears different
I didn't visualize you at all.
4 different eras of fashion in one. Like he's very much kind of a kooky fellow. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
'Cause he
I
had,
did
like-
not get
he had, like,
you from
cargo-
that.
No,
shorts
and it's
and,
fine.
like, a Hawaiian
It's
shirt
always
or
very
something.
subtle. Like when I decide to and not really self-insert, but be like a character where I don't have to worry about doing a voice for or a character for.
I got it. Jocelyn was so mean to you. I'm so sorry.
That is probably the definition of self-insert. It's fine. Jocelyn's. Well, I'm
I was
taking
gonna make
anger management, and
Such
I'm
a
not
dirty
supposed to say
joke
words like
about
that. Yeah.
self-insert that I controlled myself, and instead you can just think of what the joke was yourself.
Yep. Perfect. All right. So 6 o'clock rolls around, and I'm just gonna keep the cap on.
Is there sweat
There's a lot of
slowly
sweat.
coursing up?
Yeah, there's a lot of sweat there.
I don't feel sweaty at all.
6 o'clock rolls around. Alan pulls up in the monster machine to the S.A.S.S headquarters, which literally does say S.A.S.S headquarters, like spray painted on the side of, like right beneath where the rec center is. In fact, rec center is probably like crossed out with
Yeah.
spray paint, and it says
Yeah.
S.A.S.S.
Is there a black light above it, and it's like yellow paint and like white paint?
Oh
and,
yeah,
like,
that's
all,
good. I like that.
80s
Yeah.
Like
radical red.
sparkles.
So is the rec center, is it abandoned? Or
Technically, yes.
so the city doesn't like run it or anything?
Yeah, the city doesn't run it. This is basically run by whoever, like whatever the kids can find. And it's mostly because it is super close to the old Alderman house, which is the like most haunted building in Pterrordale. And it is known for that even among the adults, even though they don't believe in hauntings and things like that, they still are like, we just leave that house alone. And everything around it just gets abandoned. So...
They say there's a ghost in the rec center, but it's really just him. Like whenever he goes, he takes a shower and like walks past a window or something, and it's just like this ghostly glow, this sickly glow of a guy that's walking past.
Horrifying.
So
Sam's towel.
the Mabel and Melly, this is your first time here. As you step in, you see that there is sort of this tiled hallway. Off to the left is kind of your standard rec room, where there's pool tables, there's ping pong tables, there's vending machines filled up with random off-brand items. It almost looks like, but not like the typical like Dr. Thunder or instead of Dr. Pepper, like they're names that you've never heard of before. I mean, Melly's never really heard of any name brand
Mr. Plym.
products. There's probably one
Sounds gross.
name brand product that your parents
Sounds
like had in the house all the time. So I'll let you think of what that product
Okay.
was. But as far as it goes, like everything else was like homegrown or generic brand kind of thing. Like maybe Kroger a lot more or Great Value. And then off on the right hand side is a big training room which has like full on wrestling mats. It's got punching bags and a bunch of like fake representation of different weapons. And there are a couple people kind of milling about. There's a pair of identical twins that are doing a sparring session with like long katana-like practice swords, and they're pretty much like just mirroring each other's movements. There's a very large boy and a very small boy that look like they're brothers that are currently playing ping pong against one another. Well, the little one is like running around and frantically hitting, and the large one is just like bonk, thunk, dunk, dunk, And then there is Bryce as well, and he's actually coming down the stairs. And he goes, "Oh, hey, Alan,
Yeah.
Ari." And
You
Hey,
seem
Bryce.
like a cool dude.
thanks.
That's not what I thought initially, but he's warming up to me.
Can you see it?
Oh, how the turns have tabled. Brilliant. I'm sorry. You must be new. Welcome to S.A.S.S.
I'm Millie.
Nice to meet you, Melly. And
S.A.S. I thought I was just gonna get a punch. What is S.A.S.?
S.A.S.S? Oh, Sam Alderman's Society of the Skilled. That's us. That's why we're here. I'm assuming that Alan and Ari gave you the rundown.
Nope.
So about that referral fee.
All right, and he actually takes a like small golden token and tosses one to you and tosses one to Alan.
Perfect.
That's one free vending machine item for you.
Perfect. She's gonna go over and get one of the immediately. Put the coin in and get one of those Ramoon bottles, the marble,
Oh yeah.
whatever
Super
Japanese drinks.
So all of the items in the vending machine are healing potions.
Or what?
Healing potions, potions of healing, the equivalent of those. So you can drink them as an action and regain some hit points if you're down on it.
I don't think it's supposed to be this color.
Yeah, I mean it's not the actual brand.
Are you saying you tampered with the food,
Ari, you know what's in there, right?
Alan?
Yeah, we've had these before. It's fine.
All right.
Healing potions.
Anyway,
I was just thirsty.
the Sam Alderman Society of the Skilled was founded in 1979. And it was founded as a way
That's
for...
the year of the monster machine.
It is, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's cool.
Pretty cool.
We've held up a lot better than the monster machine, though.
It is in pristine condition. All right.
Right. Anyway, we are a society of kids, teenagers that help protect the world against threats from the supernatural.
Except for him.
No way. I get it now. You said that you got rid of that ghost at that kaiju place. What was it called?
The Kaiju-cade.
Kaiju cave.
Calvin's Kaiju-cade.
You weren't joking about that?
No.
No.
I don't joke about
Happens
superstitious,
all the time.
supernatural stuff.
Yeah, you don't. I mean,
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so...
Speaking of which,
Mm-hmm. What?
Mabel,
What?
how old are you?
Like 15?
In human years?
what is
As far
that?
as I know. What is there
Let's see,
another
in
type
dog
of years?
That would be.
I'm gonna insight check.
It's different
Go
based on
ahead.
breed.
That's true. What breed are you?
I got an 11.
Elf, half elf. 11.
I see you got one elf here.
So, as far as it goes, she's speaking the truth, but the 11 is up to you whether Michael believes her or not.
McMichelson.
Alan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I really
Okay.
want Alan as my character's name, apparently.
You're like, as the DM, I am now Alan. You are whoever you want to be.
Yeah, pick a new
As long as
name.
it's not Alan.
And
It's Elaine.
you're not secretly older than that.
I mean,
Do you have a fake license?
Why are
a
you
fake
using
ID?
that voice?
yeah, I have a fake ID. Doesn't everyone?
No.
Trying to get to the bottom of something.
What are you
Jocelyn did,
trying to
and I always tried to get me one, but it
Just
doesn't.
Oh, I
ask
can
her
make
too many
you one.
questions,
You
she gets
can?
mad.
Of course I
Perfect.
can.
How much?
That's a good point.
For you,
Asking
I'll
her
give
one
it to
question
you for
gets
free.
her mad.
They're mad. One question. It's too many questions.
I'm sorry, who do you think I am?
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to find out.
We can finally go clubbing.
Just remember anger management.
I'm not mad, I'm confused.
They seem very much the same, but
Really?
Anyway, well,
I'm gonna like just like lean back.
so the point of our society is to try and make sure that nothing bad happens to the world. So far, he actually like rummages through like a bunch of books that he has, and he pulls out a piece of paper and he goes, "We've saved the world 3 times."
is this like
Actually,
empirical
Like
data?
the whole.
Yeah, like this is like, I mean, just like how many times that we've stopped like a world-ending catastrophe.
The first time was the cult.
that was the formation.
1979.
Yep.
And then in 1983.
It was the boar that threatened to devour everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The boar that eats the world. And then.
Ari, yes, sorry.
Nematodes.
well, I can't prove that it's going to save the world, but I do have a new report about Mr. Balka. And I hear she's going to get in her purse and pull out a dossier.
Oh, right.
These are my findings.
Thank you. Perfect. I'll look over them right now, or well, after I finish the introduction.
And then was the third time the sorority sisters, or was it?
No, that was more like a local threat. Yeah, the third time was... Well, Alan doesn't believe the third time, because it was an alien threat.
Yeah.
And Alan doesn't believe in aliens.
What?
So stupid. I can't believe
Really
anyone believes in
scared.
alien.
What do they look like?
Nothing, because they don't exist.
How do you know? There could be aliens among you.
Nope, no aliens.
I'm going to go to the vending
are on
machine.
in Pterrordale currently.
His whole like reality just implodes.
Anyway, they were your standard grays.
I prefer the little green ones, but whatever.
They are nicer. Anyway, so yes, that's what we do here. Whether you are we don't really have a good name for normal people except for calling them normal, but that feels like we're calling everybody else abnormal. But then if we call them mundanes, then it sounds like they're not, like special. I don't know.
Muggles is already taken, so probably.
Yeah, we don't talk about that
Normies.
here.
I call them normies, but
Yeah, see that feels like condescending as well. So we just call them
The average.
maybe the average. No, that means that also is kind of like implying that
the
they're
bland,
not.
I like that one, the bland, yeah.
As you can see, it's still a workshop.
the regulars.
The regulars.
That sounds like they're a militia. I don't like that.
The borings. What about the borings? We like the boring sounds. That's pretty good too.
Anyway, yes. So everybody who might be normal is welcome here, as well as those who have experienced the supernatural or been touched by it, like Alan and Ari here, and a few of the others. And he kind of like looks around the room. Everybody's got their own thing going on.
So you guys are like a group, like a club?
Yeah, it's sort of like like a club, like a secret society.
Oh my gosh! And you're okay with me joining?
Yeah, absolutely.
If you want.
I do.
But
there is danger involved.
yes,
We do not just shy away from the end of the world or a rampaging demon or a witch with a bad attitude.
well, to be fair, Jaracha was pretty nice in the end.
Yeah.
He was just kind of misunderstood. No one spoke his language, so
How did you just come up with that name?
I don't know.
He just vomited.
we can vet her pretty quick, okay?
I do speak infernal.
Yeah, that's
If you
true.
want to get rid of a vampire, what herbs do you use? She reads herbs books.
Garlic.
Yeah, I mean that's right. Congratulations. You read a lot of herb books?
Yes, herbology is one of my favorite subjects.
Really? We have a little bit of a garden up at a greenhouse up at the top of the roof. Nobody maintains it too much, but you might.
No, you don't need to maintain herbs. You just have to love them. I'm sure they're still growing.
I think he might have salted them.
No, you do that.
Ghosts.
Quit putting salt.
Yeah, Alan, I actually have to agree. Don't put salt around the house. We have
Fine.
friendly ghosts that visit here.
Do you want ghosts? Because that's how you get ghosts.
Prudence is a regular member.
Give a ghost a bedroom,
That's
and they'll want a
awkward.
cookie.
is that give a mouse a cookie is what you're
Give a
referencing?
ghost a bedroom.
Give a ghost.
I just read Give a Pig a Pancake last night.
That one's cute.
No, I want
Pancakes.
Let me ask you this.
Uh-huh.
Well, I should let you know, I'm in anger management right now. I'm trying to graduate, but they won't let me because I haven't learned my lesson. Whatever.
Okay.
I feel like the best way to manage my anger is by punching things.
I agree.
Could I punch things if I'm a member of this group?
Yeah, I mean, there's typically no shortage of
Then
things.
I am
You should
in.
probably.
I'm in.
Great.
100%.
Okay.
Voice
Well,
reasons.
then we'll need to do the swearing in ritual.
Oh, I love to swear.
Hold up your hand. And just say, "Let's do this."
Together? Can we do it together?
I guess.
Okay. Ready?
Oh wait, wrong hand.
Yes.
One,
Let's
2,
do
3.
This.
Let's do
this.
Yeah,
Maybe.
let's do it.
Okay.
sorry.
Welcome
Ari
aboard.
says it in Japanese.
I think I was thinking.
Now here are and he again rifles through this big stack of books and he pulls out two smaller kind of orange covered and handwritten books and he hands them over. They're like a little leaflet. These are the S.A.S.S handbooks. They have all of the rules that Sam Alderman wrote down before his untimely demise, and a bunch that were written down by the other members of S.A.S.S. After his demise.
Such a shame. I'm looking
これをや
at
りましょう。
This is
Wow.
The daylight's on me.
Let's do this in Japanese.
and I'm like looking at his watercolor
On
yep.
here.
portrait. on the
Where
wall.
it's like it's this teenage like
He was the best of
nerd.
us. He was
and
the
he's-
best of us
and
all.
he's definitely got like his hand in the jacket kind of thing. Yeah.
Warning.
これをやりましょう。
Masho. I don't know. It's too
And
fast.
you can start flipping through it, and it's just a bunch of like common sense rules when dealing with demons and ghosts and all this other stuff.
Always remember Rule 33.
How about you read this and let me know if I need to know anything important?
We're gonna get together again and talk about it.
That sounds like I'll pass. Ooh, punching bag.
a lot of it is just horror movie basics. So
It's true. If you do watch like the Scream franchise, you pretty much get the most of it.
it's Squeal. It's the
Oh, sorry, Squeal franchise. Yes.
And Tuesday the 13th.
Yeah,
Such a weird day.
Tuesdays are the scariest day of the
I was
week.
born on a Tuesday. Should tell you everything you need to know about me.
Yeah, I mean, what is like the zodiac sign that is associated with that?
With me?
Yeah.
That? You just refer to me as
No,
that?
like the day you were born is what I
I'm
was
saying
referring to.
either
Remember, this
a
guy is
Leo
kind of
or a
weird.
Taurus.
He is very
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of weird. Yes.
100%. I don't know my zodiac signs enough to tell you.
Do you want to be a bull or a lion?
I want to be my own thing. Why do I have to be something that y'all tell me?
Probably Cancer.
No, it's
Yeah, I probably am. My daddy said that about me before.
I'm guessing she's
Mabel, you are just cancer.
Just cancerous.
Now go cut me a
and
switch.
cankerous and cancerous.
All right, yeah. So you guys can spend a little bit of time at the rec center, just kind of doing what you want. It sounds like Mabel is going to be punching things. Is that correct?
Mabel will 100% be punching things.
Okay.
My body is
so
doing what
that-
Jocelyn would do. But
That is why I think Mabel is a lot older than she says she is.
I think she looks right about where she says.
I mean,
she did. She shouldn't really say that
there
about
are-
girls.
There are shapeshifters that can look like whatever. She could be hundreds of years old.
Do you want to go see what's in the vending machine?
Sure.
No, you don't want to see me shapeshift. Well, I can't completely, honestly.
Oh, you can shapeshift too?
Two, what can you shape into?
Oh, I don't really shapeshift much, but I have these ears. She'll wiggle them.
Those are
they're
connected to your
supposedly-
head?
Yep.
They're real. And I have this too, and she'll have basically there's
Have you seen the electronic ones that actually?
Yes, they do.
Yeah, that actually.
An illusory tail that like comes out as a big bushy foxtail.
That is the
Ta-da!
single most amazing thing I've ever seen.
Thank you.
Can I touch it?
Only if you promise to punch Justin in the nuts again.
Oh, I would love to. I would love nothing
Perfect.
more.
All three of them. I'll say from the other room.
All three of his nuts? He has three?
I mean, all three Justins.
Oh,
But maybe
That's gay.
I don't know.
I don't know their individual like intricacies.
I really don't feel like trying to find out.
I'll find out. I have no problem.
Pants him, then punch him.
I prefer
Signature
pants
move, like
first.
does the splits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually a very good point, Bryces.
Pants punch.
Are you two special in any kind of way, or are you Mondays?
She's basically the
Monday.
It sounds like Mondays.
Yeah.
Which is terrible because we hate Mondays.
Yep. See, I told you we're workshopping it, okay?
Mondays.
she's the Incredible Hulk, and she's got like the smarts of like Tony Stark.
I mean,
Do you like build things? I mean, I know you have like a green thumb. That's great.
Are you Green Lantern?
I don't know what that is. So I just sometimes when I get emotional, it's not always bad, but like sometimes good things happen, sometimes bad things happen, and it's just
My mom calls those consequences.
yeah, mine kind of like bursts out of me though. It's
That's explosive diarrhea.
This I gotta see. I'm gonna try to scare you.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me like
Stealth check, probably.
Roll me like an intimidation to see if you spook her.
That's a 7.
That's no. It's definitely he just like literally is like boom, just right in your face. Do you want to like? Can you like show off what you can do, or is it just like random?
I have been learning a few things from Maggie May.
Love Maggie.
Oh, you know her?
Yeah, she's great.
Oh, yeah. Well, she's been showing me some stuff, and she's been kind of helping me control the other part, because when that part happens, I don't know what's going to happen.
Okay. Do you want to try showing a little bit? It's okay.
Sure. So,
Like, do you like? Sorry, just to be clear here, because we like to tiptoe around topics sometimes. Is it magic that you're talking about?
yes.
Like full on like energy blasting magic kind of thing.
I can make things light up.
Ari's
Really?
walked back
Nice.
with a box of tissues, thinking that like when we get emotional, things are going to happen. And she's like, "Oh no, this is good."
Oh, no, wait. No, yeah.
Oh yes, okay, perfect.
And then I'm going to reach forward. I'm going to touch it,
Okay.
and it's going to illuminate.
Oh, wow. Okay, very cool.
That's handy.
We have a couple wizards in our society, notably
The Relief Society.
this is
Those are
our
witches.
society.
Please,
Yeah.
No!
Those are the ones that come in and like clean up after we blow everything up.
Yeah.
Make soup.
So
I do love the idea that the cleanup crew is called the relief.
100%.
Like come out with stretchers and
Yep.
The
the medical
Relief
squad.
Society's here.
So you're among good company. We have like books on the subject too, if you're interested in learning a little bit more about.
Did you make a deal with an eldritch god?
That's actually a good question. We do like to know that ahead of time.
No,
Was it Cthulhu?
no, I was just born this way.
Was it Squidward?
No.
That's his name.
Oh.
Yep. Well, like I said,
That's handsome.
if you
Squidward.
want,
That's handsome.
we have some material on it.
I love reading.
Okay.
I would
And
love
he
to.
like rifles through and he grabs like 3 books and he puts them into your hands.
One of them, the Necronomicon.
Hugging.
One of them is just like basic like magic discussions, kind of like your magic tricks 101 type thing, but on the inside it does actually have a lot of good like theories about how magic actually works. The second one is a book on like phases of the moon that was picked up last session that deals with like kind of Wiccan stuff and all that kind of witchy stuff. And then the third one is the D&D second edition monster manual, or not monster manual. It would be the player's handbook in this case, because of course we have to pull from
Can the
whatever
book
sources we can
here?
here.
Which one be called tome and have an eyeball on it instead of book from the Sanderson sisters? Because that's already taken.
Sure, we'll call it Tome. But it doesn't have an eyeball. It has a single tooth.
Tooth.
Plus
Ew.
one.
Just one
Yep.
tooth.
Its nickname is Tom.
Yep. And then what about you, Mabel? Besides punching things really good, like,
She's really good at it.
yeah. I mean, I've been watching her punch this punching bag over and over again.
Yeah, quite frankly, my anger is my greatest trait.
Okay.
Agree.
Sometimes I get so angry, it's like I see red and I don't even know what I'm doing anymore.
Here it comes.
Okay.
Incredible Hulk. Incredible Hulk.
All
Well,
right.
I'm not
cool.
going to show you right now.
I mean, is it controllable?
Yeah.
Deception check.
That is a 15.
Maybe we save it for later.
Probably wise.
Yeah, just whenever your first mission comes out and everything. Yeah. Sure,
Can we at
fine.
least like point you in a direction and have you attack?
I mean, I don't
Any
want to
monster
hurt
that we
innocent bystanders. Bystanders.
Millicent bystander?
Maleficent bystanders.
That's a good name for them. Bystanders.
Bystanders.
Hey, that is actually pretty good. I like that.
Because
I
Yeah.
did
they
like
just kind of stand
Mondays.
by when all this stuff happens. Mondays is pretty good too.
I hate Mondays.
Sounds like underpants.
All right. Well, feel free to enjoy everything tonight. It's really just, Alan, there's nothing going on. We did get word back from Not. Let's see. Little Jack and Big Jack are over there. The Reese twins are sparring currently. Oh, who am I thinking of here? The Brindley boys. One of the Brindley boys got back to us, and he did say that group of elk was moving on from the area. So it doesn't look like they're going to be a problem for us.
Oh, that's good. Oh, I also heard back from my contact. I can't remember the name. Online.
Pancake Flipper?
Yeah.
Yeah. PNCK Flipper 1986.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay.
Is that one of your subscribers?
Yeah. Actually, they are a subscriber.
Okay.
They are one of the like 4 people on my Patreon.
You have 4
You
people
have
in
4
your
people?
Patreon? That's incredible.
Alan's Patreon is more successful than our Patreon.
Speaking of which, join our Patreon.
We love you guys.
So what did your contact say?
It's dry.
They said that the Wendigo migration is going to avoid us this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's reliable too?
They've never steered me wrong yet.
Okay, well that's a relief actually. Did they say if they were going north or south?
They didn't say.
Okay.
Sasuke said he saw somebody stalking the elk at some point.
Who is that?
Oh yeah.
You should probably tell him.
And Sasuke, is it okay? And she's just gonna like start talking to herself.
I suppose.
Sasuke's my patron. He's where I get my powers.
Oh.
I'm a warlock.
Oh.
Or at least that's what the D&D book says.
I mean, and it hasn't steered us wrong so far.
So far it's
It
been
pretty much
pretty
encapsulates
accurate.
everybody that comes into S.A.S.S. I don't know, like
Yep.
it's really good at that.
What does it say about Mabel?
Well, I mean, we haven't really so far.
I would
Fighter,
say-
probably.
Yeah, maybe a fighter.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Monk.
What's
Paladin?
Mabel's race?
Changeling.
Monk?
Changeling.
Changeling.
I hadn't thought of that.
Anyway, so that means it's kind of quiet around here, which is very rare for us, actually. Typically, there's like one threat every week, at least for like 24 weeks out of the year.
Why
And,
did you
and-
say that?
What?
You know what happens every time you say it's kind of quiet or things are looking up.
Do we get to punch things?
The government's listening.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's the birds outside. They're not real.
The rest of the, I would say that even the rest of the,
All yeah.
everything
pretty much
goes silent.
everybody in there just starts groaning.
Artemis or whatever.
Sorry,
the
guys.
mechanic
I did it again. Okay. Well, anyway, enjoy the rest of your evening. I'll be up in my office.
Okay.
He goes
I'll
wandering
kind
up.
of show him around.
Thank you. Yeah, so what do you guys do for the evening in S.A.S.S? Basically, I'll give you guys the opportunity to improve yourselves a little bit here, to give yourself a little bit of a bonus.
How
heading
many
in.
of these quarters do I need to pay to get one of those special drinks?
Typically, everything's 50 cents in that vending machine.
Sweet.
Mhm.
I'm getting 2.
Yeah, go ahead and grab 2.
You want one? I'll get you 2 as well.
Oh, they have almost perfect potions.
I've
I
got
know
all this Justin money burning a hole in my pocket.
Is that your one brand name? Is Almost Perfect Potions, which nobody else has ever heard of at this. Like none of the other S.A.S. members have heard of, except for in this vending machine. Right. Yeah.
Okay, you can add 2. What?
Yep,
Just regular potions?
basically just 2 potions of healing. To you.
I like the Mr. Plebs. Those are pretty good.
Mr. Plebs. Yeah.
What did you call it? Plib.
Plib.
It was
Mr.
so
Plibs.
gross. Sounding.
Plibs.
I don't know.
I don't know. It just sounds
I'm
gross.
I'm a fan of Dantas.
Yeah, this,
Don't you want a Danta?
what does it cost? As far as,
50 cents. So
50
if
gold?
a
Or
dollar
one
is
of
a
your
gold,
coins.
so 50 silver.
Yep.
Okay.
I've only got
Yep,
$8.
it's not. I'm not going to be stingy with healing potions in this regard. I mean, there's a limited amount in the vending machine, but it's a one shot. I don't really.
But it'll be like one of the Mr. Plebs.
And we
Yep.
have an alchemist.
And then like like a energy bar thing.
Call it a warp bar.
Yeah, a warp bar.
So I'm gonna assume that Mabel pretty much spends her entire time punching things.
I'll kind of show everyone around and just be like, here's the rooms, and this is where, if you need a place to crash, there's like a room that has a couple like bunk bed cot things in it. There's the showers. There's only like 10 minutes of hot water though, so be quick if you have to use it.
There's hot water here? That sounds amazing.
Have you never seen hot water before?
No, I have. We just don't
How
have it
old
at my
are
house
you?
right now.
Because I know hot water wasn't really invented, but like hot water heaters weren't around in like the 50s.
It wasn't really
Who
invented.
knows hot water wasn't invented until 1895?
That never happened.
Well, Dracula did give us the plans for his invention, all right? Famous inventor Dracula.
Of course.
I heard he's the scientist.
Naturally.
Yeah.
And magic is just science we don't understand yet.
He's still a vampire, but, he didn't have to sleep really, so he make a lot of stuff.
Maybe he just had sleep apnea.
That would explain all the blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay.
Blah, blah,
was kind of stuffing down there.
blah.
Yeah.
People just thought that was like bubbling science equipment from his lab. It was him.
It was a CPAP machine.
Everything Scott is saying tonight is like tickling my funny bone. So,
Congrats.
well done. Just go have it, everything is
And then I'll show you the herb garden up on the roof
excellent.
as well.
Wait, there's weed here too?
It's full of weeds. Yes.
Never mind.
So the greenhouse has not been cared for in a while. There's definitely a bunch of like wild plants growing around, but there are some that are like actually rare plants in your herb book. Ones that can be used for like various like concoctions that you didn't think that you were going to be able to find in this town. Like you thought you'd have to go out in the wild for them, or maybe even to like South America in some cases. There's not an Audrey 2, no, unfortunately.
There's Audrey 1.
There is Audrey 1, yes.
Suddenly Seymour.
Yeah. But it hasn't been very well cared for. Like a lot of it's overgrown and choked with other vines and everything. So it will require some TLC if you wanted to get it back to working order.
It's perfect. You guys have so many amazing things here. I didn't realize I would be able to do so much here. I mean, Maggie May has wonderful things. Don't tell her that I mean, but yours is wonderful too. Okay, I'm done.
Don't tell Maggie that she has wonderful things. This is kind of what.
Well, now that we know that you work for Maggie or work with Maggie, maybe she could hook us up with some cool stuff.
Some weeds.
Yeah, I have trouble asking people for
She's a
things,
grower.
but yeah.
We can send
Guys,
Ari
stay
in.
so
She likes
calm,
asking
sweetie.
for stuff.
She's got a hookah in the back.
She should hook you up with your anxiety.
Is Maggie just always high? She's just constantly.
I'll never tell.
She's like the Snoop Dogg of our town.
Yep.
Yeah, for real.
Are you sure you don't want that tea?
rats?
The lavender infused
Herbal.
one.
That's why I was so relaxed.
That's how you get your. That actually keeps your stuff under control.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
But yeah, so would you like to like spend the rest of the evening working on the greenhouse, or would you like to spend it reading? What would Melly be doing in this situation?
She would definitely be putting, just digging in, clearing the weeds,
Okay.
but keeping the weeds because you use everything.
All right. Great. Alan, what do you do after you show everybody around?
I will go and check on Big V, and then there's like a parking structure, or is there? Maybe there's a garage that I can pull the washing machine in.
I
and
would
work.
say it's like a parking lot.
Okay.
Because like it's a.
But like I've got one of
Like
those.
a loading bay or something.
Yeah,
for,
well,
like,
I've got one of those
storage?
like set up. You can set up like an awning thing. So I'm sitting under that, and I'm working on the monster machine. Okay. Just
Nice.
doing some routine maintenance.
And then what about Ari?
She's just gonna be bubbly and
Okay.
kind of.
You're just kind of flitting around
just
from person
flitting
to
around
person.
from person to person,
Okay.
and just being very Ari.
Cool. So the evening passes until everybody has to go home for their various things. We'll go ahead and give Mabel a +1 to strength for all of her work there. We'll go ahead and give, let's see, Melly a +1 to, we'll say wisdom, because you did like a lot of nature-y stuff. So you can just add
Or would
1
it
to your
be-
wisdom score.
Or would it be
There's-
intellect? Because she did from like knowledge.
Either or I think would work fine for you. So there's a place where you can,
Instantly
Scott, if you want to
roll.
help her add like a +1.
Yes. Well, which one do you want it for? Wisdom or
What were my options? I'm sorry.
Wisdom or intellect.
Intelligence or wisdom.
Let's do wisdom.
So you just tap the number below that, and then you can say
And it's just a temporary bonus.
it's like a over or a modifier. You can just type in +1 or just 1. Yeah. And then now, if you tap out of this, you should have 13.
Oh, I see.
Unfortunately, it doesn't go up to the next number until it's even. So it'd have to be like 14. But
Okay.
that's still good.
Alan, let's see. What would I guess intelligence? You're working on the monster machine, or you can do Constitution, I suppose too.
I'll do Constitution.
And then Ari, charisma +1 to your charisma because you spent the.
Is this a
the time
permanent
socializing. It's a temporary bonus for
Temporary
the adventure. Okay. So everybody can head home for the evening, whatever that entails. You do find Tad outside the apartment, and he does go. Is it cool if I stay the night?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And he picks up his backpack that looks a lot like fuller than it was before.
I'm
And
real sorry, Tad.
it's okay. I mean, my uncle was kind of a bad guy anyway, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because you're a bad guy does not mean you're a bad guy.
Ugh, Zangief. Gross.
Break your head like sparrows egg.
Alan, when you get home, your mom is once again gone. She said emergency meeting down at the hospital cafeteria. Need to leave.
Dinner's in the fridge.
Dinner's in the
normal.
fridge, as usual. Ari, when you get home, your mom is just finishing up dinner. She knows that you usually come home late for meeting nights for your rec center stuff. So
I'm home.
let me see if I can do this. Oh, hey. Welcome home.
Don't you know? That's,
you know?
that's what she is for.
Yeah, she very much, yeah. How'd it go?
It was great. It was great. We made some new friends today.
Oh, that's wonderful, dear.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. One of them is like the Incredible Hulk, and the other one has like mystical powers, like Doctor Strange or Doctor Odd.
These are actual friends of yours?
I'm not sure I like how you said that.
Sorry. I made pancakes for dinner.
Perfect.
But yeah, so you could have a nice, pleasant evening with your family, nice dinner, go to bed, do some homework, etc. And then Melly, you arrive back at Maggie May's. She's closing up for the evening. She's got everything pulled in that is typically outside because obviously, like, you have to bring it in at night, so or else it gets stolen, that kind of thing.
People put salt on it. It's kind of
Yeah.
awkward.
Ellen just goes around, just starts like throwing salt all over town.
Just have a salt
Piss off
shaker.
ghosts.
Piss off, ghost.
As you are walking home, though, could you give me a perception check?
Yes.
Oh, I would have offered a ride to anyone that wanted it, by the way.
Do I add anything to perception checks?
So it should be there. Under your list of skills, there should be one that says perception.
Perception. 9.
Yeah, 9 total. Yeah, you don't see anything out of the ordinary. Everything seems fine
Oh,
tonight.
great.
And yeah, Maggie says, "Oh, you're back. How was your day?"
It was really good. I met new friends, and I'm like in 2 new clubs, and
Your manager.
Your management is one.
Yeah, that's very nice, sweetie.
and yeah, one of my friends actually he likes your store, and you know I'd like for him to come over sometime, and
Oh.
it could be fun.
Yeah, which friend is this now?
His name's Alan.
Okay.
He's he asks a lot of questions, but
He
you
didn't ask you any questions about your parents, did he? Or
not him.
not him.
No.
Somebody did, though?
You know, maybe we should go make some tea.
It sounds like you're trying to hide something,
You don't.
Melly. Is everything okay? I'm just trying to protect you.
I don't need to be protected.
That's what they all say.
I did tell them that I was angry at my parents, and I mean, they obviously know they're not here because I'm living with you.
Right. And you told them you were living here.
Yeah, room and board.
And again, who did you tell this to? Just so I have fair warning.
Oh,
The police.
let's see. There's Mabel and Ari and this guy named Tad, and I don't remember the teacher's name. And then there was
A teacher. You told a teacher?
maybe that was the
CPS
club
worker.
guy at S.A.S.S. I might have.
Wait, what?
Everything was really new. I don't really remember.
Okay. All right then. I think some tea sounds lovely.
Yes, lavender, please.
Yes.
Extra left. Make it a double. However that works. Make it a double.
Now, Melly, I understand that you left your parents because you thought they were stifling you and being overprotective. But
Yes, I never left ever.
I don't want them to know where you are. You don't want them to know where you are.
I know, and you told me not to talk too much. I'm tired of being lonely.
I get it. I don't blame you for wanting to have friends, and perhaps we can try and find a way to get you into school at some time.
At some time, like soon?
Yeah, I mean, we would need to work out exactly how we do it without too many questions being asked. Because if I just walk you in and get you set up, they're going to ask why I have a ward and where your parents are, and then they have to contact them because they will need to make sure.
No. I mean, I don't want my parents to find out.
Exactly. So we need to be very careful, don't
Yes.
we? Anyway, give me a d20 roll, would you?
1.
1? Yeah, go ahead and roll me a d100, as the thought of your parents basically causes your magic to spark. So rolling a d100 is rolling 2 10-sided dice,
Okay.
and declaring one as like the tens place,
that a quarry?
basically. What?
So I'm sorry. Say that
Are
again.
you
So we roll,
you're handing this in now?
So just roll here. I'll show you. So this would be this is the tens place.
Okay.
So 62 would it be?
Okay.
Does she have any cats?
What just happened?
He handed in his exploding kitten card. So go ahead and roll, and we'll find out what happens.
Outside.
Meow.
Explodes into like a dozen more cats.
Oh yeah.
Oh, a 3.
A 3?
Double zeros is zeros,
zeros?
right?
Yeah, double zeros,
Yeah.
zeros.
3.
A 3? So you're kind of like sitting there, and the thought of your parents is making you nervous. You don't want them to find you. You don't want them to find anything out about
Right.
what's going on. And then you kind of look at your hands, and they just vanish. And the rest of you vanishes. And then you feel your magic expand out thanks to this wonderful explosion card.
Oh, jeez.
And the entire building vanishes.
Oh my gosh, that is so cool.
Whoopsies.
And Maggie sits there a moment, and she goes, well, this is going to be an interesting evening. Perhaps we should go to bed and hope this wears off.
You can fix this, right?
I will work on it. I just need you to take a couple breaths.
I don't think you did. No. Let's
Here's these gummies.
more fix that tea. I need the tea. Give me the tea.
And
She's got chloroform in it.
well, she's going to be very hard in this state, but I will try. And a few moments later, you hear, the stove is hot.
Can you guys not see anything? Is it
No, I mean everything's invisible.
Totally invisible.
Right? Like I would not assume that invisible things can see other invisible things.
Right.
So yeah,
Sure.
so
Oh,
you
yeah.
wander around like bumping into everything. You're trying to. It's basically like being blind.
Can you have like smell your way through the aisles? Like, okay, that's the honeysuckle. That is.
But eventually, through a lot of trial and error,
off.
you and Maggie end up having a nice tea, without knowing that the other person is drinking tea or what's going on.
You're both
and then,
sipping loudly.
Yep, and then going up to
I
bed.
love my tea.
Oh,
walk
I'm
around.
sorry. I think I did pick up your cup there a little bit. I'm feeling the effects of it, that's for sure. Everything's invisible, but in weird colors. But you do eventually get up to bed, and the entire night, basically, the whole building is invisible. And then by the time like morning comes around, you're opaque at this point. It's getting back to normal, but you're still kind of like
Translucent.
Yeah, you still kind of like you can look through your hand and see beyond it. So
You're like Binks from when he's incorporeal.
so the next day at school, which Melly does go to,
Okay.
you don't have to like. You're kind of like shadowing, is what Maggie tells you to.
What do they call that in college? What do they call
yeah,
that?
it's like a.
Where you like, what's it called?
Is it shadowing? I thought it was shadowing.
No.
Where you go to certain
Where you,
classes to like
go into
to sit in, or
audit.
Definition word.
yeah, you're like auditing the classes.
Yeah.
So you can pick one person to follow for the whole day if you want for their class schedule.
Alan.
Alan, okay.
Yeah, he is most likely to actually go to class.
Yeah, and you do show up at school, still kind of opaque, but at the point that people would give you like a weird like second look, but not anything beyond that.
During the morning announcements, you'll hear like and for the morning announcement, vote for me. I'm Ari Flowers. Thank you.
Miss Flowers, please remove yourself from my office. This is
Arigato.
Okay, thanks, bye.
This is Principal Irons reminding everybody to have a safe day today, and don't forget to vote in not the book club elections, but the actual student body elections that are coming up soon. I appreciate it.
Oh, for me.
That's
Like
That is all.
in the other room.
Principal Irons, as you all know, he's a gentleman, but he everybody's all. There's always a lot of rumors going around about him, mostly perpetrated by Alan, because he's
secretly a mummy.
He's covered in bandages, like full on wrapped in bandages most of the time.
Leprosy.
People think that like leprosy is a common one that you hear a lot,
Psoriasis.
or he was in the burn ward, that kind of thing. But it doesn't seem to slow him down at all.
Probably a lot of
Perpetual
plastic surgery.
sunburn.
Yeah. Really bad eczema.
He's actually a 2,000-year-old mummy that runs the school.
I believe it.
I mean, have you
By
seen the way he walks?
Alan, I've been listening to your podcast. I
You
listened
have?
to it. Yeah, ever since I found out about it. I listened to it all last night. I think you are on to something.
Which one did you listen to? What episode?
I listened to the one about how there's mole people, like living under the earth, but that they're actually incredibly smart, and how is that right? Dad?
Oh yeah,
Right?
they're brilliant.
Episode 52, Mole People Utopia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Multopia.
Moltopia.
Yeah. I don't think a lot of the Mundies would understand.
No, they would not.
No.
All these Mondays.
But if they just listened, they would know the truth.
Yeah.
Open their
I think you're onto something.
And it's at this point that everybody realizes that Melly is there too. She's
if you
kind
like,
of
oh,
yeah.
oh,
Hi.
sorry, we didn't see you there.
Is that Alan saying it?
Yeah.
Huh?
pranked.
Yeah, pranked. Because you.
Wrong
I mean,
character.
I thought I'd just follow you around to your classes today.
I'm glad you added to the classes today, because otherwise it was going to sound that would have been weird. That's fine. I'm just going to follow you around.
I don't want to sound
Okay,
weird. So.
sure.
yeah, no, Melly definitely doesn't want to sound weird.
It's overrated.
If you liked episode 52,
Yeah.
you would love 118.
Oh, what's that about?
That is about the undersea nation.
No way.
Not Atlantis. Everyone thinks it's called Atlantis.
Yeah. No, I always thought that was weird.
No,
King tried it.
It's
Really?
it's actually a copy of Atlanta from Georgia.
You're kidding me. Are
carbon
there peaches?
copy?
Like underwater
It's,
peaches
it is
down
a
there?
complete copy under there, under a giant dome under the water.
People are living.
But the song says move into the
Water?
country, not move into the sea to eat a lot of peaches.
I don't know.
Well, that's because they don't want people going to the sea. They try to get everyone to go.
I would
to
love
land.
to try sea peach. That sounds delicious. Kind
Siege.
of salty.
Siege.
and sea-
The soggiest, we have the
Also sounds
soggiest
gross.
peaches in the world.
like a sea
the
cucumber.
saltiest peaches too. The saltiest
Nasty.
peaches ever.
Wow. I'll listen to it tonight. Or maybe during this next class.
Make sure you like and subscribe.
Oh, I
as
already
well.
have.
Okay. As the day goes on, I'm gonna have everybody roll me a perception check again, please. We are looking. We are observing. As
Some of us
as
are.
rule number 3 says,
Some of us are
always
not.
keep your peepers peeping.
Yeah, it's not, I got a 4.
That's a really
but-
weird rule. For me.
Peepers, no peepee.
But
One
I
of those
did not
books. One
read
of those books
the
has
thing.
the rules of Fred.
The rules of
In it.
The wizards die first.
Yeah, wizards die first.
If someone
Don't
found, like,
split the
Wizards
party.
say first. I don't even have it with me.
Oh,
Never
it's over
say
there.
Zolos.
Never say
Never
Zolos.
Oh, so you got a 4. Alan?
24.
24. Ari?
14.
14?
5.
5? Okay. Melly, you're just happy to be in school.
I
Like
am.
this whole thing is amazing. Like the dynamics, all of the kids running around and talking with each other. You listen in on probably way too many conversations that you're not supposed to. That like get the kids like looking at you weird, and you have to kind of like shuffle off. Alan, you noticed something interesting.
I notice interesting things all the
Yes.
time. I have a whole notebook full of podcast ideas.
Specifically, something interesting with Burke and the Justins.
I hate them.
They don't seem to be nearly as active as they have been in the past. They seem to also just be kind of like stumbling around, almost like in their
Oh,
in a daze.
Mabel must have punched them all in the junk multiple times before we got here. That's why they're stumbling around.
There's a montage. It's like me and you and me. So happy together. I can't see me.
100%.
So the day kind of passes by pretty quickly. We're going to hand wave through the day unless anybody has anything specific they'd like to do.
Typical day at school.
Yep, this is probably Thursday, so tomorrow is Friday. And as Friday rolls around, everybody starts to notice that like there's a lot of commotion going on at school. There's some discussion going on, specifically because Kari Lindor was found in the girls' bathroom at the end of yesterday, unconscious in a coma, and nobody knows why.
Is that the one that...
Guys,
Yep,
we need
that
to
was the-
investigate this.
That's one of the 4 that were dating the Justins.
Which
and Burke.
Justin was she dating?
She was dating.
Do you have your whole flow chart
my-
of
my
who's
web-
dating who in school?
I mean,
and-
It's just
that
a
whole group is
paparazzi,
just very
like-
horny for each other,
just
and they're all
dating each other.
cheating all the time. But no, this Justin.
It's Justin.
I know that she might seem like a mean girl sometimes, but she's my best set designer. We need to figure this out.
Well,
Oh,
is she at school today?
No, she's off because she's in a coma.
She's
Oh.
a closet. she's a closet.
She still has to come to school.
Weekend at Bernie's.
Corporate America strikes again. You're dead, and your boss is like, "So you coming into work?"
Are you coming into work though?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
She's a closet art
Sorry.
nerd.
You're good.
Assuming
I didn't get that part.
that the names got mixed up, or is it the same person?
Yeah, it is Carter. Yeah. I do have a side question to ask. Has Melly read any of the manga that Ari gave her?
No,
Okay.
because by the time she got home, everything disappeared.
Yeah.
You tried, but it was all invisible. So
Yeah, she was pretty sad about it. She's hoping Hari doesn't ask because it's gonna be like,
About that.
So, what would you guys like to do in order to investigate this? If you are, going to
is she like at the hospital?
yes, she technically is at the hospital.
So I guess we can meet up like right after school, or maybe at S.A.S.
could I possibly have heard something
School,
while
just
I
putting
was?
it out there.
Yeah, go ahead.
Eavesdropping?
Go ahead and roll me an investigation check. Let's see what you have heard. Let's see.
22.
22. So you did hear that there was some chatter around people thinking that yesterday when the Burke and the Justins were acting weird, they thought that somebody might have gotten to them, like spiked their drinks with something. Maybe somebody who like wants revenge on them. And the most frequent names that are floated around, because everybody kind of hates the Burke and the Justins, at least to some degree. But Andy obviously has been towed it around a little bit, and then there's another girl who has the unfortunately nicknamed Symphony Sally, which is a band girl that her name is Sally, and Burke and the Justins started rumors that she was really good with woodwinds. And the nickname just kind of
That's
picked
terrible.
up from there. Yes, it's awful. It's absolutely awful.
It was like an high school.
Yeah. This is definitely like your typical kind of tropey high school. So those were the kind of the two names that were like, oh, maybe you know they did something. And of course, there's always the undertone of like, is there something more than just like spiking their drinks with Ritalin or something going on? I don't know what kids spike drinks with.
To make them focus.
That's
That's why
not
they're.
gonna
Yeah,
make
that's why they're not bullying. Is they're like we actually like are focusing.
They're gonna go home, finish all their homework.
Yep.
Like, what has gotten into you? I don't know. I went to a party last night.
So you can, if you
Okay.
like, you can-
Well,
Yeah, so we'll meet at S.A.S.S.
well, while we were going from class to class, I happened to hear somebody. I mean, I try not to eavesdrop, but they were saying that maybe Andy or a Symphony Sally
Oh,
might have spiked the drinks for the people that you like to punch, and that maybe Kari drank it instead.
Hmm.
I mean, I just heard though. Anyway.
I don't think Kari doesn't seem like a kind of a partier. I mean, she is your set designer or whatever you said.
Environment designer.
Right. My bad. Sorry.
Totally different industry.
Sorry, I'm not really into manga. Do you know if she has a secret wild side?
Well, from the few times that I've been in her locker without her knowing, that no.
which is really
That's what
easy because
friends
Sasuke just
do.
goes
They
to the
share
other side of the
lockers.
locker and opens it up.
Duh.
And Ari thinks everybody's her friend, so she shares
Very
every
interesting.
locker.
You leave it unlocked. Sure.
Well, could it have anything to do with those Justin guys? You know what? I came up with a nickname for him. What's that? Got candy corn, Vienna sausage, Tootsie Roll, and 3 balls.
Good old 3 balls.
Perfect.
Which one's which? I guess it doesn't matter.
No, not really.
Well, I did notice that they were acting kind of weird all the last couple days. Not their normal asshole selves.
Maybe it's because Mabel hit him enough. Maybe they find me.
I wish I had hit him more, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you haven't hit them in a couple days.
Not really. Should we go? Let's go talk to him.
Yeah,
But we're gonna talk. Talk?
We have a quota to keep.
We've got.
A punch quota?
Obviously.
It's called a
When
punch
we went to
card.
the meeting last time, she said that she only punched 3 people. And so I'm assuming that we need to make that a higher number. Like, the higher is better, right?
Thank you, Ari. You are on my side. I really like this girl.
Most people do.
Where could we find
Do we know where the
3
Justins
ball in
hang
his
out?
gang?
3 ball in his gang? Yes. Yeah, typically they hang out
Do
over...
they like smoke under the bleachers type of
yeah,
thing?
yeah,
Okay.
pretty much. Yeah, so you guys can start heading to just under the bleachers. Justin.
Was that another one? My goodness.
Gosh, they're multiplying. Actually, I was trying to think
They're
of
triples.
another Justin because there's 4
Yeah.
guys, but I couldn't think of another like Justin pun that I could throw in there. So one of them's Burke. So you guys are rounding the corner basically to that that big hallway that
100%.
leads out into the football field that all the football team would run down and everything. And you actually
Is that what they use it for?
is that typically. Well, I mean most of the time in my school it was used so that the kids could hang out and make out in there, but that was I guess has multiple purposes.
Do you ever make out under the bleachers? Me neither.
I don't want to be where people's butts are.
You don't have to kiss the
Actually,
seats.
do you remember
the
like the
butts.
old bleachers? Like our sophomore year?
Yeah.
There was like these super, like the wooden ones?
Don't wave your ear around at people.
It's very
It's in the
disturbing.
ear.
Okay. It was a Van Gogh.
Yeah.
Come down here.
Come out of
Yeah.
our room.
Those wooden bleachers. Anyway.
Yeah, so you come around the corner, and you actually see... let's see. Who do you see?
We spent a lot of time down at Gailey Park
we
under
do.
their bleachers because that was near my house.
You see Tamira, the black girl.
Not Tina, but Tamara.
And she is laying on the ground.
Is she the
She's the athletic
runner,
runner.
like the
Yep.
runner?
But no Justins.
No Justin's. In fact, what you see is a little bit more than that because she is laying on the ground. She appears to be unconscious. And standing over her are two creatures. They look a little off because they feel like they got kind of like a little glow around the edges. But both of them look like very gnarly looking turtles on two legs.
The Kappas have attacked finally.
Um,
You get away from her! And I'm going to cast Frightful Fey Presence.
okay, just immediately.
Just immediately. Just to see if they will save a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or be frightened of me.
Yeah, so let's see here. Let me pull up there.
And at the end, she'll
Yes.
That's your verbal component of the spell.
But like the tail will appear and she'll like, it'll look like what do they call that when they have like all the arms behind, you know what I'm saying? Like all the tails or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Multiple of them, just kind of.
Okay, so you said it was a 15?
Yes, Wisdom save of 15.
They both basically take off running down the hall, down towards the other side. Alan, you have the highest perception. You can see that one of them is clutching something in its hands, and it appears to be this little, like, faceted gemstone of some kind. And they both go running down, and as they hit the end of the hallway, both of them kind of clip through the door, and they're gone.
What the heck was that?
What did they do? Did they roofie her hot chocolate?
Let's go check on, what was her name? Sorry.
Tamira.
Let's go check on Tamira. Melly, do you have any like herbs that can wake people up or
Smelling
heal them?
salts?
You probably have like some smelling salts on you. We'll go ahead and say that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, I do. Let me hear and grab them.
Okay. Yeah, so you kind of take the smelling salts, run under her nose. It doesn't seem to be doing anything. She just seems to be unconscious, very shallowly breathing, very slow breath, almost like she's not. It's like a coma.
I think I know how to handle this. I saw this in a movie. Okay, you guys trust me?
No.
The power of Christ compels you. The power.
Already know.
Quit hitting her. That's Mabel's job.
Yeah.
Mabel,
Yeah.
I'm not hitting hard enough. It's your turn.
No, don't stop hitting her. Can you run and get one of the teachers? We need to.
What are we gonna tell him? That these
We-
dudes ran through the wall?
Well, we have to tell somebody.
We'll end up in detention again.
I
Don't
got it
tell
under
them.
control.
Oh dear.
Don't tell them
Maybe
that.
we'll go sauntering off towards the school again.
I was going to say just tell them we found.
I'll look for
Body
the
camera.
gym teacher.
Okay. You actually come around the corner, and the first teacher that you run into, you literally run into as they're trying to come around the corner as well. It's the art teacher, Mr. Burke. And
His name is Mr. Burke.
Is it Burke?
Belka.
Belka. Sorry.
I was like,
Thank you.
and there's a guy
Mr.
named
Burke,
Burke.
Yeah, Mr. Burke. No, sorry. You know I'm bad with names.
It's actually Senpai Berg.
Senpai, yeah.
Belka.
And he stumbles in and he goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry."
That's okay, Sensei. Ari told me to call you that.
It's
You need to come to state. There's
Mr.
someone.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
There's somebody hurt.
Yes. How did you know?
I had a feeling.
I'd like to do an insight check.
Yeah, go ahead.
That is a 10.
A 10. He just looks tired.
Why are you so tired?
I didn't get a lot of sleep last
Are
night.
you vampire?
And he takes his hand and he puts it over in like one of the windows where the sun's coming in. And he goes,
There's a lot of misconceptions about vampires.
"Vampires aren't actually." Whatever.
Or
You said somebody's in
vampires.
trouble.
Oh yeah, there's a girl
You didn't
passed
sparkle,
out
so
over
you're
here
good.
under the bleachers.
So Mr. Belka comes running over, and he says, "What happened? Did anybody see what happened?"
Senpai.
No, we just came out here and she was just laying here.
Okay.
We try to wake her up.
And he pulls out his phone. He types something really quick. It sends a text off probably to the faculty and everything. Just why don't you guys wait over there? We'll have some people come over. We'll have an ambulance come. Just there might be an officer that wants to talk with you just to make sure everything's fine.
I am actually going to have to. Oh yeah, we'll go over and we'll talk. It's fine.
Yeah.
Can I do like an investigation check to see if there's anything around here, like any clues of
Sure.
if like
Yeah.
we can figure out anything about like those creatures or okay, that is
Yeah,
16.
you can do an investigation to see if there's anything around, or you can do like a history to see if any of you recognize anything.
Well, investigation
I'll do a
is
history
16.
check.
Okay. Investigation of 16. You start kind of looking around. One thing you do notice is actually not around, but it's on Tamira's body. You actually see, because she's got like one of those like button-up shirts on, and it's open a little wider to like reveal the tank top underneath, and you can actually see that there appears to be like a little bit of a not a depression, but like a hole missing in her chest.
Ari, what? Do you see that? It's just like Steven Universe.
Do you have a cell phone? I don't have one.
I do. I use it to text all the time to my bestie. Who do you want to text? I've got like 4 numbers in here.
What was your history check?
My history check
That's
was
kind of like weird to take pictures of
I'll
people without it.
distract Mr. Beck.
Right.
18.
18
with the bonus dice.
So you actually it took you a moment to realize where you saw these from, because you were trying to think of every like mythical creature that you'd ever encountered, but you were coming up blank. You actually realized that
chupacabras.
yeah, definitely not.
Even though they're scaly.
There weren't 5 of them, so it's not 5 data kappas.
We
you
took care of
realize-
all them.
You realize that this is they're called Shelpas,
Okay.
and they are from the hit game Larry Lads, which was an old like 8-bit game that has like continued on for years and years.
Shelpas?
Yep, Shelpas.
Not Selkies.
Nope.
Shelpas.
Larry Lad.
If you look trying to look it up on Google, it doesn't exist. I came up with this name.
Oh, I'm typing it in my notes.
Okay, good. I'm just making sure, because like
Tori's like, yeah, right.
My first thing would be like to look up the creature to be like, wait, what does this thing look like?
Shelpa.
Yeah.
Shelpa.
Mhm. Technically, they're called Shelpa troops. Is like the full name of them.
Koopa Troopa. Like to go
Did
down.
any of you guys ever play Larry Lads growing up?
No. What is that?
It's a video game
Nope.
I bet you have
from like the
Ari.
early 90s.
If it wasn't a JRPG, I wasn't interested.
I don't know why, but like you putting on the gloves after you're like, I'll get a picture. Don't worry.
Don't worry. We'll make this body disappear.
The sword is also a shovel.
Let's go to the chemistry room.
So Alan, what did they do?
They were like enemies in the game that you had to jump on to smash.
Really? Ari, show him. Are we still by the body?
You guys are over off to the side. Mr. Buck has kind of pushed you
Look
over
at
there.
this. Look at this. Show the picture.
Does that mean anything to you?
Doesn't mean anything to me.
No, it's definitely not from Larry Lads.
No, I don't recognize it.
Do you recognize this depression at all? Or?
It's weird, right? Is it like there's actually a piece of her body
Yeah.
missing?
Mhm. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it just looks like there's like a hole there now.
Like how big?
Like it.
We'll say like about that big. Yeah.
She's not bleeding.
Nope, not bleeding or
It's
anything.
like-
just looks
Is it like still look like skin, or is it like
Is it Tony Stark?
muscle and stuff?
so basically when
There's no
where that hole is,
reactor
it's just black.
It's just
Oh.
black.
Mhm.
So we
Like,
can't like
I've
see.
it looks like it's deeper than her body should be. Like you can't see the bottom of it.
I did see when they were running away, they were carrying something about that big. Was it about that big, or is it bigger?
It was about that big. Melly, go ahead and give me a history check on your end.
Should be one of the crystal gems. That's from Steven Universe.
11.
11.
Giant woman.
There's something that tickles your brain about like the gem that Alan describes, but it was probably something that you like as you were skimming through a book. You got, but you can't like quite think of it right now.
Okay.
So you might have to follow that trail of thought a little bit as well.
Sasuke, do you have anything?
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying
3.
attention.
No.
What is going on?
Do you recognize?
Can we hear Sasuke?
Is there something about this big? And like when she's talking to him, like she's
Her ears are like twitching.
doing like the like when a dog walks up and like they're just like wiggling because they're like so excited or whatever happened. So whenever she gets his attention, that's kind of how she is. And so she'll just be like, have you seen something like this before? And he says it looked like a gem.
Go ahead and roll me a history
So
check.
what you're saying is you're Enid before Enid was Enid
Seen it?
from
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Oh, I
The
have
werewolf.
watched. So I've
Yes.
watched like the last 3 episodes. I need to watch the rest of that. But
You only watched the last 3 episodes of Wednesday?
Becca watched all without me, so I have to catch up.
You know the girl that the
She
werewolf
did-
girl that's all colorful.
She
Oh
was
yeah,
like-
she's
Like
the,
pink
she's the
hair and
antithesis.
stuff.
Of,
Yeah,
okay, yes,
yeah.
yes. Okay, got it. Yes, absolutely. So that is a 14 plus. What am I running for? History plus 1, so that's 15. And I'll throw in a dice just for kick. Wait, that's not the right dice. That's other character.
Those
Never mind.
Victor's dice.
Oh, that's Victor's
Never mind.
dice. You haven't gotten that dice yet. Oh, I have been
Forgot about
stingy,
that
haven't
dice.
I? Well, I do suppose that, I mean, it could be a soul gem, I suppose.
Soul gem?
Why
Yeah.
does that sound familiar?
Do you know what a soul gem is?
You
Sasuke?
can give me another history check with advantage, which means you roll 2 d20s and take the higher result.
So I've rolled this twice.
Yep. Or if you want to roll an extra d20, you can.
12
Maybe
or 12.
She's gonna turn into a hollow if we leave her here too
That
long.
was history.
Yes.
13.
13. It's a little bit like closer. You remember the book that it's from. It's the wizard book that you got from Bryce that kind of talks about different
The basic magic.
Yeah, basic magic stuff. But you're not like, you just know that is where you need to go to like focus in and find out what this is now.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I saw in a book that Bryce gave me the basic magic, but it's over
Ew.
at Maggie Mae's.
Okay, we need to go get it
Have
then.
you ever seen Yokai Watch?
Yeah, and I
Yes.
can't stay
Okay,
here when the
that's
police
what
get
your
here. I
little
can't be
guy
here.
Yeah.
Mr. Belka stands up and he
Full
goes,
count.
you
Yes.
four can go. I'll take care of everything.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Sensei.
To the
Ari.
monster machine.
To the monster machine, yes. Ma la 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 la.
Yeah, we're running in the background is
Shifting, yep.
No, 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 no. No, it would be something different. It would be like,
the cops are probably just gonna say that this is tainted drinking water or something for the school. And
That
doesn't
causes
sound like
a
it.
hole in the chest.
That's one thing you have to learn about Pterrordale is the adults don't really care or believe, kind of ignore everything, put their head in the sand type
Is
of
that
deal.
why you are the way you are?
What do you mean?
So Mabel, what do you think?
Deflect.
you are great at deflecting.
I love it.
I don't know what is going. Should we go? I don't know. What are we doing? Where are we going?
I think we should go to Mother Earth so I can take a look at that book, because I'm pretty sure I saw a picture of that stone.
Okay.
That was very agreeable.
Thanks,
So
Dr.
exciting. We're like better friends.
By the way, in fact, Rule 53 of the handbook says that don't trust adults outside of S.A.S. They're either incompetent or evil.
Did you? How many rules are there?
I have only written a few of them.
Okay.
Rule
I was
number
about to be-
127 is don't drink.
Oh yes, I remember that one.
Yes.
Like food or drink or something.
Yeah, oh, sorry. Rule number 126 is never eat
Oh,
convenient
and it's,
food.
we're missing something. right?
Rule number 128 is never drink convenient drinks. And then rule number 27 is whenever you wake up on a holiday, the other rules should be observed with double the caution.
Don't drink convenient drinks like from a vending machine.
Don't drink convenience. like
That
if
would
you
be- I
walk
paid for
into
it.
a room and there's like a feast on the table,
Oh, okay.
like
okay.
maybe
Enjoy
don't
it.
start
That
eating
type
everything.
of
Yeah,
convenient. Okay.
your standard like Fey rules, right? Don't.
Right. Don't eat, don't
Yep,
drink.
Faye
Don't
and
tell
horror
people
movie
your
rules.
name.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So the
I'm
mystery
Mabel.
machine.
Just keep walking.
I'm Mabel. Pleasure to meet you.
So the mystery machine takes you pretty easily to.
Monster machine.
Yes. Sorry. I wonder. It was going to happen eventually.
That's
And of course, it's something that you came up with that I screw up on the name. Yeah, MM. That really helps me determine what it means.
Yeah, at least you haven't had to worry about that
Yes.
situation.
Yeah. So Scott's character in our main campaign is named Bolt, and they are a construct.
Yep.
So they're a robot, basically.
Yep.
They have they them pronouns.
non-gender.
Yeah, non-gendered. And I cannot get it right. I always call
None of
Bolt
us
him.
can get it.
Yeah,
Well,
nobody can.
Scott can get it
I
right.
got it right for a little while, and then when we started saying, don't say this, then I always kept
me a
saying
while. Yeah.
Yeah.
every time.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
so
I'm looking
I
at
even
him,
printed it
and
off.
then-
Bolt equals he or they. Sorry. Yeah.
You got it! Flip that! Flip it!
It says Bolt equals they/them, so that Corey can remember.
But I never look
We
at
never
it.
look at it.
Anyway, the monster machine takes you to Mother Earth, and Maggie is actually out front, like watering the plants as it pulls up, and a roil of smog kind of goes over her
Yeah.
plants, and she goes.
She slowly responds.
She turns around. And she goes, "Hello, not Mabel, Melly, and Mabel. Oh, you are here too.
I'm
sorry.
sitting here, Mabel.
What isn't school in session right now?
Oh, we're ditching school.
I'm technically not in school.
Right. You should. The rest of you should be in class though. Hi, I'm Maggie.
Hi, Maggie. Alan.
Oh, Alan. Melly was speaking about you.
I'm sorry.
Ooh.
Not a lot, just a little.
All right, nice to meet you.
Wait a minute.
I mean,
This juicy gossip happened.
it was a whole teapot worth of conversation. So.
We have a whole
She
text thread.
spilled the tea, if you will.
You guys have a text thread without me.
Maggie is great at using emojis.
I don't have a phone.
That's good.
Anyway,
I know.
It's a good thing. You can't be tracked that way.
so what does bring you out of school when you're not supposed to be then?
Well, I just there's a book I need to look up. Bryce gave it to me, but you might be able to help. Actually,
Okay. I'd be happy to help if I can.
there was an incident at school, and a girl was unconscious, and then what was those things called?
Shelpa troops from a video game.
I'm aware
You're aware.
of the video game. Yes.
You played Larry Lads? too?
I played Larry Lads the first day it came out.
Classic.
It was it's very good.
Okay, but back to the important part.
Yes. So a girl fell unconscious, and what does
but
Shelpa
those
have to do
things
with it?
disappeared in the door, but she's got like a hole in her
They were
chest.
standing over her.
There was a hole in her chest. There were Shelpa
Sasuke
creatures.
says it
They
might
were
be
They were
a
carrying
soul
holding a
gem.
stone, the soul stone. Soul gem.
Soul gem or soul stone?
A soul gem. Okay.
Soldiers holding a soul gem.
A soldier boy gem or something like that.
Tell them.
Yes, I mean soul gems are a thing that spellcasters use to trap the souls of a person and use it for nefarious purposes, typically.
So it's like Philosopher's Stone from Full Metal Alchemist.
I'm not familiar. I apologize.
They take them to control the person?
No, not necessarily. It's more to like
Change the world
some
around
spells require a human sacrifice, and the soul is good enough for that. And sometimes the soul energy is just used to fuel something else. It's very there's a few different applications for it. It's not a good method for spell casting.
Maybe Tara has the same problem. Is it Tara?
Kara.
Kara.
No, Kari. Sorry,
Kari.
The babysitter.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
This is tomorrow.
We should check.
Not the one covered in all this blood. That's Carrie.
I'll see
Not
about breaking
yet.
into the
Oh.
hospital.
Is it time
You're
for
thinking about
prom?
breaking into the hospital?
I'm gonna try and if we go see if she has the same malady. I can get in pretty good without being seen.
Okay.
But I don't know if the mystery machine's gonna.
Monster machine.
Whatever it's called.
Here we go.
It begins.
The monster machine. Yeah. If you can just give me a ride and drop me off around the corner, I think I might be able to just double check and we can see if maybe there's a correlation.
Yeah.
it worth
Do you guys want to go to the
See what it would
hospital?
hurt. Sure.
Alrighty.
I've
Do you
got
need your
nowhere.
book? Yeah, if you want to
better
grab
be.
your
yes.
books.
Get my books.
Okay. So, as you head off to the hospital, I think that is actually where we're going to end tonight's session. And I know this is supposed to be a one-shot for Halloween, but I think we're going to extend it to a two-shot.
Because you only get one shot.
Yeah. So thank you everybody for
Actually,
joining
let's
us.
not
Bridget,
count
thank you
them.
for joining the group
Thank you.
tonight.
It's been fun.
We'll see you next week for the conclusion of this.
Was my one shot a 3-shot? Or was it a 4-shot?
Yours was a 3-shot, yeah.
It was 3-shot.
One
but
shot.
until then, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all the fun things. Toll the Dead, like we like to do with that bell. Join our Patreon if you want to see more fun content like this early.
Toll the Dead, you go like this.
What?
It's from Monty Python.
Oh yeah,
Hunting, hunting, not today.
yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, we will see you next time for more Pterrordale.
Bye.